relationships will often end in disgust. And I know you want my love, but there's nothing to discuss. I don't need you in my life no more. I don't need you in my life no more. I got no money, it's getting sunny, but I still feel cold. I've been nose running, you funny, you going
that you should know I've been going solo. Want my love, baby, earn it. Yeah, dancing on my own. See if you can follow. Got me feeling alive. Watch me go, lose control. Is this real? All I feel. Break the signs. Every time, let's be real, be real, be real. I do what I want. Ooh, I do what I want. Ooh, I do what I want. Ooh, I do what I want. I want. Hear me now, I do what I want. Are you ready now? 'Cause it won't be easy. Only get what you work for. Gotta go all out whenever you see me. Don't be wasting my time. Watch me go, lose control. Is this real? All I feel. Break the signs. Every time, let's be real, be real, be real. I do what I want. Ooh, I do what I want. Ooh, I do what I want. Ooh, I do what I want. I want. Hear me now. Watch me go, lose control. Is this real? All I feel. Break the signs. Every time, let's be real, be real, be real. I do what I want. Ooh, I do what I want. Ooh, I do what I want. Ooh, I do what I want. I want. Hear me now, I do what I want.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another stream. Hope everybody's having a wonderful, beautiful day, boys. Yo, did you see them class changes arriving this Tuesday/Wednesday, depending on your region? That's actually looking kind of interesting. The PvE and the PvP changes, I am surprised by, but it seems that the community generally, from the comments I've seen, a lot of people are agreeing with these changes. I know it's like, yo, we just released the new class of Evoker and now you're gonna be nerfing it. It's like a nerf. It's still gonna be really, really good. And people are saying that the Exodia build of Bear Druid together with Evoker, Shadow Priest, Fire Mage, and Holy Paladin, that whole like, normally you'd say like a trifecta, but this is like a 5, so that's why they called it an Exodia build. It's still going to be really good for pushing keys, like insanely strong. It's just not, you just look at some survivability nerfs and Evoker gonna contribute a little bit more. How you boys all doing? Welcome back. Hope everybody's having a good one. Hope everybody's having a wonderful, beautiful evening here. Boys, let's get some duels up and running. Today we got NA. Yesterday we had EU. We had a lot of duels on the EU. I was just looking through the amount of clips we've gotten. Boy, that was a lot. I didn't realize we were doing that many back-to-back games. Normally you have like 1 or 2 games that are like super drawn out, super long. We didn't have a lot of those over on the EU. But I guess we also didn't have rogues for like a good half the game. And we've had, if we did have a rogue in the game, we've had either Telrion over there for a little bit, blasting rogues every single time. It's ridiculous. This guy's actually insane. Or we had Holy Saya absolutely popping off on these rogues, not even giving them a breather whatsoever. It was ridiculous how good it was. Let me get the music back up and running here, boys. Hope all of you having a wonderful evening. Got ourselves swap it to the wrong scene. Oh, never mind. Hold on. I'll get it done eventually, right? I'll get it done eventually. My god, dude. My goodness, what is going on with me, dude? I woke up with a headache, by the way, so we're gonna try to see if I can get through the day, but yo, if I just start like taking it easy, taking some breaths, taking a sips of water, I'm just really trying to combat headache. I think it's the heat, man. I think it's either the heat, that or like only 2 hours of sleep. One of those two. I would say it's the heat. Yeah, I think sleep has nothing to do with it. 100%. Let me get some groups up already here. Boys, if y'all want to join in, more than welcome to 5V5 1v1 Duels groups up and running. Now the question is, are we going to see some of the regular boys? Oh, there was one competitor you guys been wanting to see, a specific Death Knight. I did get a message from him the other day, actually, and we'll most likely be seeing him soon. Very, very soon. Not yet, but soon. And, I mean, at least he's excited about Unholy, which is a good thing. I am hoping to still take a look at Frost DK again for PvP, just in terms of personal survivability and stuff, and maybe consider, like, doing something for them. But who knows? Haven't seen you in a long time. What's up, Justin? Hope you're having a good one with my guy. What's up, Kira? How you doing, boys? Welcome back. Welcome back. Groups are listed. If you guys want to join up, more than welcome to. Now, yesterday, I forgot to add the whole blurb on how to join in. Let me add that in here this time around. Here we go. To join duels. Here we go. That'll do it, right? That'll hopefully do it. I guess we'll just go and start asking the boys, yeah? What do we have on NA today? Does Speed want to join by chance? Does Speed by chance want to join? Hold on. Chicago? Hey. Duels tonight? Because maybe Chicago's just doing some pushes or whatever. Hey, C-Rude. Wanna join some 5V5 1v1 Duels, friend? Daylight ends? Daylight? I guess I could ask Daylight too. Hey, Daylight. Wanna join some 5V5 1v1 Duels here, friend? Yesterday on the year, we also, sorry about the Q3s. All good, friend. All Gucci. Good friend. Wish you good luck to everyone being spectator for me. What's up, Ultra Content? Hope you have a good one, my guy. Yeah, gonna group up. Chicago's gonna group up. Hold on a second. How we doing? So Chicago's got a couple of boys in there now. So actually them and +1. I guess that group is a couple of boys in there, but yeah, you got what I mean. Chicago's putting a group together. If you guys want to join Chicago or me, more than welcome to. Definitely join. Help fill up Chicago's group first if you can. I'm just gonna go through all of these then, huh? Okay, my eyes are a little blurry, but I gotta make sure. That's a lot of NA. I mean, the EU on tonight. What the hell is that ad? Oh, hey, Kargath. Duels tonight? Duels tonight, friend? By chance, Kevin, my man. Hey, Kevin. Duels tonight? We're putting some groups together right now. Does Kraken Ranger by chance? He's in a Shadow Crucible, so I think I'll double back to him and see if he wants to do it afterwards. Hey, Landus, we're putting some 5V5 1v1 Duel groups together. If you wanna join, friend. Retribution Paladin? I don't think. What do you mean, Retribution Paladin? How you doing, by the way, Tudor? Hope you're having a good one, my guy. We'll try to see if we can get a couple Retribution Paladins here, if possible. We'll see, we'll see. There's a lot of EU on. Am I just not noticing it? I might need to turn down one of these lights, because my eyes are definitely a little bit blurry, and I can't really tell if this is like, this is an A, this is EU until I mouse over and it says different region. Oblit? Oh, hi, friend. Hey, obliteration. We're putting some 5V1 duel groups together. Would you be interested in joining some? BRB? Sounds good, Chicago. How many you got in your group still? Just +1? Okay, well, hopefully we'll be able to put some groups together tonight. Tezaret. I feel like I asked some of these guys, like Under Assault, I know he's a PvE gamer. Hey, Tez. Would you be interested in some 5V1 Duels, friend? We're putting some groups together right now. Yo, Soul? What's he on to, dude? Soul on the Orc Hunter? Wait, what happened to this Night Elf Hunter? Did Soul go Night Elf? I mean, off Night Elf to Orc now? Why? Is there more alliance out in the open world now? Is that what happened? Oh, good, Landos. Hold on. Oh, good, friend. You are for messaging. Oblit, what did you say, my man? I'll let you about to play healer now to start playing 3 months. I might join next time. Sounds good, friend. Sounds good. So actually, for NA, I think that's about everybody then. Except for like some of the PvE boys that like Acid, for example. Did I ask Casper already? Too rude, Daylight. I don't think I've asked Casper. Hold on, let me see if Speed wants to join in. Hey, Speed. We're putting 5V1 groups together. Would you be interested in joining for a few? Let's see what he says. Do you ever plan on doing a 1v1 tournament? A 1v1 tournament. Why not, right? I saw Retribution Palace, a Prop Pala didn't see the Shotgun in PvP. Hold on. I saw Red Pala, saw Prop Pala, but I didn't see any Shotgun in PvP. That'd be interesting. Imagine bringing like a pure Shotgun in here. Yeah, it's interesting, man. The Nouns coming back in. I think it definitely makes it very, very doable. They're tier, but I'll try my best. Better get a monk. Okay, friend. Let me see if I can get Casper in on these. So that'll be the first one. And we'll need a whole entire team for 5V1s. Otherwise, yeah, we'll see how we do. ASAP, does he potentially want to join? Hey, ASAP, would putting some 5V1 groups together. Would you be interested in joining some? Evoker? Alright, I'll deal you, my guy. While we're waiting. I'll let you get the first hit. Wait, you have so much more health than I do. Hold on a second. Why is this a thing? Wait, I can't even stop you. Hold on. Where are my abilities at? Meta? Hold on, can I hunt? I'm dead. He has double my health, dude. That was not gonna turn out well at all. Yo, Kevin, my man, how you doing, my guy? I got literally has double my health. I kinda could tell, like, yo, this ain't gonna go. Dude, oh my god. I gotta gear this thing. It's gonna get BFA pieces, don't I? Yeah, I swear, dude. Oh my god. Let's go with all the extra stamina from the Heart of Azeroth too, which is crazy. I'll mail some Marines to our friend. Sounds good. Yo, if they accept Dirk heals, does he want to do some too sometime, man? I'll bring in the rogue. You can heal me or something. That'd be fun. Shotgun has always been my favorite spec in the whole tree. It's been a fun one for sure. It was really fun to play. I'd like to see him coming back again to try to do a Shaman version with Ellie, but it fell. Battle Shammy back in BFA was really good though. Battle Shaman was elemental restoration shaman going as much damage as possible and only using their cooldowns back in BFA, I think it was, to support allies. But the rest of the time, you destructed single target, and you did actually decent single target. You came with a battle rest totem, you came with an AOE totem, AOE damage reduction totem, with a spirit link totem. You came with I forget what else. Is that it? Is that it? Or there must have been something else. I think spirit link, maybe that's all. Maybe that was everything. Am I gonna get beat up by another Voker? How much health do you have? Oh my god, why did I even accept? Good duel. Fantastic. Wow. Great duel. Oh, sorry. Why are you apologizing? You beat up, you literally dueled a guy, beat me. You're 10'5", I'm 2'3". You beat me up and you're like, sorry, I thought you were same height as me. Bro, you can literally see it. What do you mean? What are you on about? Let's get Diabolica's in here. I just finished dungeons. Need some? We can. I can invite. We got space. We got space. So with Taz, if we get Taz in, we'll need a +1 and it'll be good to go. What is this? I always get that. It's like usually you have some level 70 go in, blast me to smithereens, shatter my dreams into every corner of the map. I get over now? Okay, okay. And then they'll be like, oh, sorry, I didn't see you. You can just click on my character. What are you talking about? I never understood that. I feel like it happens so often that it's just like, no. There's a pattern here. There's a weird pattern here. The stuff you'll see out here, I'm either getting one shot by like random alliance that are flying out here, or I'm just getting one shot by loving somebody dudes like this guy. Trendo's Vengeance Incarnate, Knights of Grace and Trollbait. What a name. What do you do Mythic Raid this week? Yes, we have. Yes, we have. I didn't stream it because I didn't know how many bosses we were gonna be able to be in for. But I think next week I'm gonna stream it, just because I think we want to start to get enough, because we should be able to get our skip to Sarkareth pretty early on. So then I'll be able to bring my main for Sarkareth. Sure, Kargath, yo, 5-man squad, ready to go, boys. Hey, hold on. Let me just convert this to raid. Convert to raid and we'll be good to go. All right, with Kargath, 5-man team, maybe. Yeah, there it is. Okay, this team is ready to go, waiting on Chicago, and we Gucci. Full 45 was the max item of the season. You could probably go full 47 in every slot, probably even higher. So full 47 is like gonna be high end, but not the highest, because you have like 450 weapons, 450 trinkets, 450 a bunch of other stuff. Like if you really just want to get the most amount of item level, I don't know what the average is going to be. I don't really know how to do like math on a fly like that. Maybe like full 48, full 49, probably full 48. Somewhere between full 48 and full 49. I doubt you can get 450 because there's only a handful of bosses that can do 450. And actually, not even a lot, because it's only a certain piece you can get from Sark. 450. No, I guess there are trinkets that are 457 or something. You could probably get pretty close. 449, maybe that's the highest. Who knows, honestly. How are you doing, Chicago? Because my team is ready to go. Chicago's team. Oh, Karuichi? Wait, was that with Chicago? Or was it someone else? Are they trying to put a different group together? Hold on a second. Chicago said they'll be right back. Oh. So do I gotta make a second group then? Because I could do that. Is that what Karuichi was for? From which M+ do you get a hero title reward? Wait, from which M+ you get a hero as a title reward in a dungeon? What do you mean? Like to get a hero title, it just like get 2500 score, isn't it? I don't think it's any. I don't think it's any specific dungeon. I think it's just as long as you like do M+ and you get. I can't see the tab on this guy, but like I think it's just you just got to get 2500 in score, right? It doesn't matter which dungeon. It's about an average of like 20 for each dungeon, but if you do like 22, it's not even 20 for all of them. It's like a 19, isn't it? 20 is for like the portals. Am I wrong on that? Like, is there a champion, hero, mythic? But like, is there a champion, hero, and a mythic? I don't know what that means. Mythic, like mythic difficulty, or champion, hero, mythic? I mean, like the armor types. Okay, so for mythic pluses, the armor types are going to be to the highest. 17 and above gives you the hero track gear, if that's what you're asking, right? Champion, hero, mythic. So 17s and above will give you gear at the end of the run that's on the hero track, 17 and higher. That only caps out at 441. For like mythic track, you have to do a 16 at the very minimum to get a mythic track item in your great end of the vault loot. Like if you do, I think a 16, 17, I think gives you 441. 18, 19 gives you 444, and the 20 can give you 447, but it still caps out at 447. So the only gear at 450-ish item level and above that you're looking for, that's like Sarkarath and Echo of Neltharis. Neltharius? Echo of Nelth. You get what I mean. Deathwing. Literally Echo of Deathwing. Yeah, so if you try to get those 450s, you're gonna have to be doing some of those mythic Echo of and Sark bosses, which are totally easy, totally puggable. I don't really... I mean, they're very doable, like, if you've done it before. Like, we've killed the bosses. Like, we weren't able to kill Sarkar this week, but I think next week it should be much, much easier, especially once we have the skip. It's just we had to get through all the other bosses to get to Sarkarath, and it's just like, it'd be nice to just do a 2-day clear or whatever. I guess we just weren't able to really get it done this week. It should also be mentioned, we do have a lot of new people too, so maybe it was a little bit of a learning curve there. Plus, we were trying to do the fight without a prop paladin, which is a little different. There was a bit of a different phasing there. But otherwise, I feel like we should have been okay. We were a little bit behind on boss damage though for some reason. But I think we made the necessary adjustments for the next week, and we should hopefully be good then. But yeah. So Chicago, what are we doing right now? Is Chicago coming back? Is Kiroichi the only one in that group? I'm gonna go help. Haven't done this in a while. Do roll to see who goes first in order. Yes, usually we do /roll to see who goes first and last. First to last, highest to lowest, or whatever the team decides. Wait, so what else we got in here? We got Milky the Man wants to join in. Hold on a second. I might need to join in Kuriichi, the one that was with Chicago, and try to see if I can put that group together for them. Because Milky, we can get you in. How do you have 442 item level? That seems like a lot. Is that a PvP item level or is that a PvE item level? Or does it? How does it show up? I don't remember. Does it show up the PvE item level, or does it show up the scaled item level too? Chat, how does this work? Like, is this showing up there? I guess it is for a Molten Core dungeon, so I'm gonna guess it's their PvE item level. Possibly. But I'm not 100% guaranteed on that. Let's see. Chicago back? Chicago. They're here. Was Chicago lead for the group for the what Kuriichi got going on? Were they lead in the group and then had to bail the group? Is that what happened? I'm not really sure. I'm gonna do this. Hold on. Okay, passing lead to Kevin. Hang tight. Gonna take over Chicago's group. See what's going on. No? What happened then, Kuro? I guess that's you in the lead, yeah? It was only me and Chicago said BRB on the left. Okay, let me do this. Let me pass it to Kevin. Let me do this. Let me check over for your group real quick. I'm gonna see if I can find you real quickly. 5-4-1. So just give me the lead and I'll take care of everything. That's probably gonna be the easiest way to do it, yeah? Let me delist it just to relist it onto my name. I don't really know if that makes a difference, but just in case. That night, oh, it was Milk. Yo, if you want to join the group, we got one listed. Chicago, the other group is full, but this was supposed to be Chicago's group, but now it isn't full. Did I ask Daylight? I think I asked Daylight earlier, right? Daylight? I did. Where is Nick? Where is Seavark, my boy? Actually, I could see Seavark pop in next week, not this week. Did I ask Kraken this week? Yo, Kraken. Hey, Kraken. Wanna join for some 5-5-1 Duels, bud? Let me see. Who was it I asked and didn't ask? Lemon? I feel like I keep asking Lemon every single week, but I don't think he's ever been able to join. Nando also has not joined, which I'm really sad about, but he keeps donut walling me. Sup Nick? Sup Sensei? Wanna join some 5V5 1v1 DUELS, bud? See what he says. An obliteration, I think I asked him earlier, right? He said he's a PvE Andy. Dude, look at how many EU boys are on. I swear to God, it's been happening for a couple of weeks now. It's been like Friday we're on, everybody on an A is here. Friday those, everybody on an A pops on, trying to see if they can get some games in. Saturday rolls around, everybody on the EU is on, and they were like, "Yo, Dal, you trying to get some games in?" I'm like, no, I don't think so. Hey, Tank, 5V5. Want to dose tonight? Want in? You want to pop on another rogue for a little bit? On that warrior maybe a little bit? Whatever you want to play, my guy. Honestly, we didn't have enough Grifka this week, so I am refreshed. With no rogues for a good while, I'm pretty ready for rogue, man. I'm pretty ready for somebody to go and pop on rogue. Don't really have any tunes PvP gear this season. It's only if you want to, my friend. It's only if you want to crack in. If you don't got enough PvP alts, man, or PvP characters, that's all good, my dude. I totally understand it. Gear is kind of sort of important. Not as much as important as it was in BFA, but still pretty important. You always for PvP kick W. I don't know what it is, man. I think it's just since 10.1.5, I think EU has been like in full swing, like a ridiculous amount. Because EU so far has been able to catch up to an aim. None of Grifka kick W. Dude, Grifka, we didn't have a lot of Grifka yesterday at all. So now we didn't have, okay, you know how Grifka plays. I love Grifka, but he does play that slow, methodical, sit and stealth wait for cooldowns type of rogue. And that gets super, a lot of people watching those get frustrated watching those. Just like, oh, come on, just open up, just get in there, just either fight and die or live and win or whatever, right? So, but the Grifka is just one of those things, man. It's just one of those things. So we still need 2 more. If we can get tank, then we'll need only 1 more. Or if Kraken. All good, friend. All good. All good. All good, friend. No worries. Yeah, so Kraken is not going to be able to join in. No geared characters. Like if Chicago comes back, that'll be a +1. And then we'll need a +1 afterward. 1 more after that. Hopefully I don't... Okay, oh, I'm getting myself confused here now. I'm getting myself confused. LG sucks, let's go. We did 1 more, and this group is ready. Boys, Grifka Rogue percent. We got LG sucks, man. They play very similar to Grifka, right? They play very slow and steady. But there it is. We didn't have too many. Did I say light before? I did. We don't have too. Oh, Duels. Gonna see what Chicago. Oh, let's see what it says. That or he's probably queuing. That or he's probably queuing up for stuff. But I will see if I can snag him early on for a couple of games at the very least. We'll see what he says. You won't have to dual sensei either or nothing. I'll check. Let me log over. Okay. Whatever you want to play, my guy. Здорово, удачного стрима, большое спасибо. Atavau. Trying to figure out what your name is, whether it's in Russian letters or is that English letters. I think it's English. It's either Arabe or Atavau. If you were to actually, because it's the same letters for the most part, except I guess the Y would be like more like tilted. I guess the best way to put it. How do I explain it, right? How do I even explain it? How do I even explain it? All right, I'm gonna make I guess I can make Sensei lead just for the sake of he knows how these things are done. Let me make sure Kevin is all good, right? Kevin Landers, all good, friend? Team good friend? Team all good friend? Okay, queuing up in a sec. Queuing up in a second. Here we go. Team ready. And Rob doesn't have to fight against any rogues or nothing, so that's big good. Atabai, Bratushka. Okay, it's Atabai. Okay, хорошо. It is Atabai. Atabai. That's the name. Arabai. It's Arabay in English, but Arabai would be in Russian version. Awesome. The groups are ready. Match Kevin Landers and Nick 5 Nagrand 1. I love Nagrand over on the NA just because it is nice and bright and shiny and light and oh, it is glorious. I like the light version, the daytime version of Nagrand. Big fan. Big fan. Big. All right, got us as a group going, boys. Where's my audacity? The audacity of it all. I'm gonna start getting Fury Warrior. That's a good one. Definitely. Are you Russian? Yes, I am Stoic. Yes, I am Russian. Every time I go to Taco Bell, dude, I am rushing to the toilet immediately. You know what I mean? 100% Russian guaranteed there. Alrighty. Switch. We got ourselves Team 1 together with Diabolicals on the Destro. We got Crit Queen, I think, as a augmentation, which is going through a couple of changes in a bit here too. We got ourselves Kevin Landers over as wait, no, that's not Kevin, that's Prime Elf. Kevin? There we go. There's Kevin. I was trying to find Kevin in a second. We got us some speed as well on the Monkus versus Dead Ratter over on the Sub Rogue. We got Kuriuchi as on Holy Death Knight. We got Elegy Sucks taking a nap. Roth in the back as the Arcade Mage, and Sensei gonna be first up with Prime Elf. Prime Elf, right? I feel like I keep messing up your name every single time I say it. It's gonna go for a knockback on the Sensei. It's playing out the Boomkin Druid, trying to see if he can maybe get himself some damage over time pressure together with C. Boomkin's actually a really strong against melee. They're very similar to that in Elemental Shaman in terms of the knockbacks, the roots, the CC that they have. It's very unorthodox, but it ends up working pretty well generally against melee, except for Sensei. Apparently, the man just broke the dude's heart. Literally walked in, blasted out, got himself one good interrupt, put pressure onto the Boomkin, and is able to put enough pressure just to get him low enough for the quick touch of death, take him out of the game with speed. Gonna be up next. Trying to see if he can get himself a bit of setup versus, I'd say, going to be maybe a Fist of Fury. No, actually, right before he can even go for a big go, Trinkets out of the incap. Sensei backing up out of this with speed. Wants to see if he can maximize some damage. Needs to find a way to catch up to Sensei. Dropping down Ring of Pieces is going to be Sensei placing one in between the two to make sure there's quite a bit of distance between the two competitors. Where Speed normally plays a Rogue. I wonder how much of that Rogue is going to end up bleeding over into the Monk. Fist of Fury locking him down. That's going to be a karma out of speed. Sensei no longer has a karma of his own right now. He actually kind of limited on defenses you can use. Trying to go for diffuse magic to reverse some of this karma damage back at speed. He's got himself the diffuse as well. I wish I could see the Fort Brew because I think that was just Fort Brew out of speed. But I wonder if Sensei still has access to Fort Brew. Gonna be his own cloak rocket as he gets super low. Trying to play it very carefully. Speed definitely needs to get himself a little bit more survivability here as well. Might be in a bad spot. I think it was Alexium onto the Fist of Fury. He gets parried out onto this one. Might actually be done game for Speed. He cannot get touch of death for a while though. Sensei trying to see if he can end them. Speed does get an opportunity to at least escape for a little bit. Not having a touch of death to finish him off does give Speed a little bit of I guess a little bit of strength here. As Sensei trying to see if he can get himself big Thunder Fist in there, Fist of Fury, as the Fist of Fury cannot reach into the Ring of Peace though. Massive kick and capture follow. Speed is in a bit of trouble, trying to see if he can potentially escape. Where does he go in this situation? Fist of Fury, but that's gonna be quick jab past those fists by Sensei with Diabolical setting up a big old gateway off the bat, giving Sensei a little bit of an honor duel, giving him at least a chance to go behind the pillar, at least get himself a little bit of that recovery. Rogues need an audacity strat. True, honestly. Love your content. Thanks so much, Stoke. Appreciate you, my man. Oh, Sensei, I did see a tweet from you. Or it was from Ori, rather. But you did earn, I think, one of the first few people to earn a Gladiator mount. One of the first in this season, or... I mean... Is there... Well, hold on. There's probably somebody else that was literally the very first. But he is definitely one of the first few. One of the first 20, maybe? First 10, first 20-ish or so? But it looks good. I do wonder what the next one is going to look like. Going to be Bonzafell immediately. Sensei has to break it, but can at least go for a little bit of recovery after breaking the Bonzafell. Big Infernal, as it is a customized Infernal dropping onto Sensei. Diabolical's pushing in. Trinket, as the Karma comes out, has a couple of portals onto Sensei, opening up even more gateways into the nether. Big barrages of Chaos flying at the man, taking all those hits, but that Karma does reverse everything. Zuwen leaping after Diabolicals to keep the pressure rolling in, trying to claw him down a little bit as Diabolicals went for a bit of a self field. So far, lots of pressure established onto the Warlock. Might be in a bad spot. Trying to go for Shadow Fury into Bonzo Foe. So far, as the Incubus is able to, Succubus is able to get himself a CC setup. Sensei trying to make sure not to break the Bonzo Foe, but I think he's safe. As soon as the Warlock is dead, you can break it immediately. Kevin gonna be up next, trying to see if he can charge out towards Sensei. I love this whole torrent that he's got going on. In cap out of Sensei. No trinket for that one. I guess it's just a stun DR maybe from the Infernal earlier. Judgment getting sent in as Kevin trying to see if he can ramp up the big Crusade damage. Sensei has nowhere to go. As long as you're staying away from Fits of Fury, you might be okay. Big hammer hanging over the man's head. Trying to see if he can send in more judgments. If only you could expand it a little bit more holy power just to maximize the damage of the hammer, that would be huge. Does take a bit of a hit. And Kevin trying to stay on Sensei as best as humanly possible. That is a monk though. As a paladin, you do have quite a bit of mobility-ish, sort of, more like anti-slow mechanic to some degree, but nothing as crazy as like a demon hunter or a monk really. War Stomp for a second, got himself a big slammer. Sensei with a board, does have himself a second board in case he ever needs to, might just end up using it here. As soon as Kevin closes the gap, he is able to do it. Maybe he was trying to see if he can get to use it on a stun. There goes a stun, by the way. Karma available for Sensei, so it's actually going to be okay. Kevin could maybe go to counter it with a bubble or a blessing protection. Chooses not to, decides to go for Shield of Vengeance. Try to see if he can wait out the Karma for a little bit longer. Big hammer hanging over the man's head. Might end up slamming into the Karma. No, I think post Karma. Kevin takes a lot of hits though. Might be in a situation where he might need a bubble layering hands, but put himself in a position where he can go for an immunity. He's in a bad spot right now. He needs something, anything. Stun into Sensei. Does have an out for this one. It's going to be Kevin. No, oh my goodness. And Sensei does end up taking him out, with Crit Queen going to be up next as the Aug Evoker, trying to see if we can claw him down. As augmentation, we did see augmentations do quite a bit of damage earlier last week. They technically can do really well. It's just they definitely need a bit of a setup. Let's just try to see if he can keep the monk at least out in the open, clawing him down. Big breath to set something up. Big fire breath right after. Upheaval to follow. Is that going to be the big one-shot burst? Oh, he does do it. Oh my goodness, that was insane. Evoker, man, augmentation. Roth is not gonna let this augmentation do their work. Wait, did you get a bloodlust with your breath? I think you did. That was incredible, by the way. Sensei did really well. I just didn't expect for the Evoker to go for like a big wombo combo like that. All on a single stun, knock up everything. It was so good. Ring of Fire, as Crit Queen is gonna have to find a way to fight through Roth, the Arcane Mage, Seavarg, the Mage Master Blaster here. As Arcane, aren't they getting buffed up in a bit here too? And so this is not even like Seavarg's pure form yet. He's only gonna get stronger. Got himself a random bit of PI. Quick Win got himself a little bit of a self heal rolling in. Seavarg trying to see if he can spell steal it. Gonna be an interrupt to Quick Queen. Does it, missing it. Big damage available for Roth right now. Got himself full arcane power through the arcane surge. Trying to see if he can chase down after Crit Queen. Able to get himself at least a bit of shielding. Eben might to buff himself up a little bit. Do they have any big goes right now? Potentially Upheaval trying to see if he can knock up Seavarg. Does do quite a bit of damage. Fire Breath to follow, so maybe he can make something happen off of this one. And he got himself plenty of instant cast, able to at least chase after Seavarg, put in some pressure. Breath to follow with the freeze right after, knocking the Evoker actually out of the freeze last second. I am surprised you were able to knock him while freezing him at the same time into a ring of fire, into missiles around the corner. Trying to go for sleepwalk, can't really do much about it. This is going to be touching the magic. Definitely needs an answer here. It's going to be a big shielding up for Crit Queen. Able to get himself more armor, but all this magic damage just bypasses your armor entirely. All the time available for Seavarg. Got himself plenty of good positionals. My goodness, this is a lot of damage right now. Crit Queen trying to see if he can survive with no interrupt yet for Seavarg. Oh, you might be in a bad spot. Got him some gym protection. That's going to be a huge heal over time if you could just keep yourself shielded a little bit. Trying to keep yourself alive. Almost got yourself casted. What is this position? What is this animation? What is this animation lock? What's that supposed to be? Oh my god. As Rob's trying to see if he can keep the pressure on to Crit Queen. Does go for the interrupt. Almost a root, but blinks out of it immediately. Gonna be more barrages. Could just keep barraging Crit Queen. At some point, the Evoker should hopefully get himself some cooldowns available. If you can interrupt Roth on his big burst, you'll be fantastic. If you can interrupt him on Arcane, that'll be great. Gonna be a bit of CC immunity from the missed kick. Deep breath of the Roth. Do they have him some big setup potentially? Is it gonna be a big go? Maybe. Just need some big fire breath into Upheaval with Ebba Might and everything. I don't know if they'll be able to. Maybe. Just looking to live. I think it might be over for Crit Queen. It's gonna be a big shield, but Touch the Magic is still gonna be huge. Big damage out of Seavarg. Got himself a little bit of a heal over time. Is it enough right now though? Touch of the Magi, is it going to be it? Touch of the Magi doesn't do nearly as much damage as I was hoping for. Knockback into Seavarg doesn't quite work out. Crit Queen might be limited. Not a lot of mana left. Has to play offensive somehow, but At this point, I feel like he's just playing defense the entire time, just waiting for mana, waiting just to get himself in a better position, trying to position behind the other side of the pillar, but I think it just might be over. Got himself a shield, last bastion of defense right here, but I think it's over, right? Could he spell steal that? Really? Quick Win does get himself cheat death? Maybe a bit of survivability? Maybe could do something off of this one. Breath by Seawork, I think it just might be over. Trying to survive this using mobility, whatever they can. Eruption, yeah. It was rough. But actually did quite a bit of damage though. I do like it. I do like that evoker damage. And the survivability is actually pretty good too. As long as dampening isn't ridiculously high. Aren't they also going to be nerfing evoker survivability too? Am I wrong on that? Or is that okay? Is that normal? Is actually part of the I need to read the, what is it, the patch notes. Because usually they got some pretty big class changes. Mage buffs, evoker PvE nerfs. They got some, everything but like rogue changes. I think that's like the only class that didn't get any changes at all. Blood Death to getting 10% more damage, huge. Alrighty boys, let's get us another one going. Nick and Kevin, let me know if ready. 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 Because you can just go again. And I guess I'll do Blackrock Hold, just because I feel like, again, I keep getting comments about like, man, Blade's Edge, who the hell plays that arena? Can we not do Blade's Edge now? Please? Please? Can we do a real map? Ready? Yeah, awesome. Yo, Nars, my man, I appreciate you for trying to duel me, but I can't. I got some important business to take care of. The mana that was missing? Mana, it's, so ever since they changed it a couple of, I feel like for patch, what is it, 10.15, they changed how mana works, right? So now classes that are hybrid classes have a big mana pool. Boomies, Evokers, Red Paladins, everybody, like Feral Druids, everybody has a mana pool. It's a much bigger mana pool, so you can use a lot more healing abilities for a continuous time, but the regen is really, really slow. So you have to manage it. Mana management and mana abilities and mana regen becomes kind of sort of important now. So for PvE and PvP content, like if you really need to like heal or dies, you need to top off the tank, you need to keep them alive for a prolonged time, you can do it for a much longer stretch. But eventually you will run out of mana, and if you just kind of frivolously use mana all the time, like in PvP for example, you will eventually be stopgap by the resource, and then it just will be difficult for you to really get back mana. So it rewards careful usage, but it does want to give you more usage out of it, but then also limits it too. So you can just continue, so you basically get lots of casting for a short time, less casting over a long period basically. So they want to make sure that healers still have a viable playstyle to them and are not replaced by all these hybrid classes. I guess is the best way to put it, right? Hold on a second, you guys are going? Twitch. Got speed off the bat versus Korichi. Try to see if he can catch up with the big rippy hand. Wraithwalk as well. Try to get some zombos in there. There's some bozos. I'm trying to slowly walk over that speed. Can't dodge it. Doesn't dodge it. I was thinking it was going to be in that circle. As Korichi trying to summon up even more undeads. Speed so far has been able to avoid the entire army. Finally, the Arbiter, Gargoyle, able to get some big damage. Speed might be in a bit trouble. As long as he stays next to that undead, he might be able to take, oh, big rip as to the zombie explosion. Speed might actually be done for the count here. Wait, Korichi's also super low. IBF, got himself a bit of a bleed. It's going to be a gold sacrifice, trying to see if he can catch back up, but oh, as he got a zombo at the end, it is over. With LG Sucks not getting speed, even a breather right now, just getting in there immediately. Trying to see if we could tear him apart instantly. Full dots, speed needs to catch up a lot of health. Mr. Fury is going to be able to get kind of bit of damage onto LFG. Trying to see if we can dodge around him, and it's going to be a bit of damage extra as LFG try to get back over there to speed. Kineshat does not have a trinket for this one. Human racial order was used. I think it's over, right? Oh, I was going to say for a second, maybe the knockback would do it, but no, he just did a quick little backstep and he wasn't able to do it. I do like that massive fist weapon you got going on, by the way. I like how there's like a tiny little dagger, and then the fist is like equivalent to like a buckler or like a shield. You know what I mean? Diabolical is going to be up next versus LFG Sucks, as the man tried to see if we can get past the Destruction Warlock Sap. Actually, no, not Destro. Your Demonology. Didn't they nerf Demonology quite a bit for PvP recently? Or like the changes that we've got for 10.15 were essentially a nerf. Shadow Melt by LFG Sucks got himself a Shadow Step. The True Trinket as the Axe Toss comes out. Diabolicals does go for a bit of a Dark Pact. And then try to see if we can back up out of the LFG with a vanish. First vanish of the night. Burned right then and there. His Probably gonna get a lot more vanishes, honestly. If Diabolical can get his pet in a decent spot, gonna walk by the pet. You should know that the pet, once he gets sapped up, you know that LG is gonna approach from that direction. Got himself a little bit of line of sight. Second, Felguard joined in. I just realized your Felguards are red. That's a little... Is that different, or is that the normal color Felguard? The fact that you could change him around now, it's a little different. Big damage on LG, and now the access by the pet. Mortal Coil to follow. Does he just go down right here? Hold on, cheat death. Oh, that Mortal Coil with the axe toss on the Tyrant got himself final hit after the cheat death was proc. That was perfect. Those pets, it's almost like they had a brain for a second. And almost like they had a strategy going on. Even though I know a lot of the Destruction Warlock pets, or Demonology Warlock pets really, Warlock pets in general, are not always that smart. Tyrants in particular, it's supposed to be this mastermind general demonic army that does the dumbest things a lot of the time. Diabolicals will reflect. Siever goes in to reflect an interrupt on himself to make sure he got himself that temporal or precognition. Immunity to CC. Big damage to Diabolicals. Mad touch to the magic. Trying to see if he can chase on him. Oh my god, I just turned my camera to the left and right and just got caught in the grate. And I missed a lot of it, what it feels like. Oh, that is a lot of damage though. Prime Elf going to be up next, trying to see if he can get himself some damage. Got himself full in card. Silence on the Seavark is able to at least back away out of there with a temporal, looking for a bit of recovery as a ghostly wolf flying at him. The spirit of, what is it, Goldrin? I think it is Goldrin, right? The talent? Or is that what the animation is supposed to be? I always liked it. They added it back in Legion, I think it was, right? From the artifact opens. As Seavark trying to see if he can mount up. Big arcane explosions everywhere. Almost catching Prime Elf with that massive range that it has. Rain of fire as well as missiles. Touching the magic. Lots of damage. Bash it rough. Does he go for a blink? I don't think he goes for a blink, right? I guess he already blinked earlier. Big damage to the Prime. Does go for the bear form. Barkskin as well. Last second trying to see if he can dodge away to reduce the damage of the touch of the magic. Ring of Frost is going to be able to stop him for just a second, as Seavark is able to clean him off of all the buffs really quick. The missiles around the corner. He just keeps going for the missiles and just go behind the corner. Just blast him out of the way. Intro. Prime Elf might be in a bit of trouble. Interrupted on nature. Still has access to arcane abilities. Try to see if we can make something happen for Seavark. Big blaster. Oh, and Seavark still got himself big blast damage ready with the arcane surge, giving him that arcane power. Crit Queen gonna be up next. Seavark can maybe take the momentum and just take it towards Crit Queen. Does get interrupted for a second. Ring of Fire needs to get back over there. Try to see if we can ring down Crit Queen. Either you're standing in fire or you're standing on the frost. Touch of the Magi. Does he have some big damage? Looks like arcane power has waned after using the arcane surge. It's only on you for like how many seconds? Unless you use the tier set, which can kind of prolong it a little bit longer. Maybe, sort of, kind of. Like a weaker version, but kind of not that weak. This is going to be barrages down back to back for Ruff. Quick and try to see if we can close that gap. Looking to get a little bit of damage more towards Seavark. Definitely wants to go for that big Dragon Breath setup. Trying to see if he can land it. Rob does have a blink for that one in particular. This is going to be a full Ebb and Mike. Quick is going to have a hard time catching up to Seavark. Locking him down in place. Especially with those blinks. I don't think he can even root him or anything. Does get frozen as he tried to go around the bend. Gives Raph an opportunity to at least get a setup to Crit Quid, stealing all the evoker buffs as much as he can. Sleepwalk does go for an interrupt. Upheaval, knocking up the mage for a second. Big firebend, but still takes a lot of hits during that touch of the Magi. That might be a mad big touch of the Magic. Could potentially crush it down. Does a little bit of damage, not as much as I thought, but still quite a bit either way. The Quick able to get himself a little bit of healing, but I think Seavark is spell stealing all those heals, so all those shields, they're just gone. Trying to see if he can barrage him down. Doesn't get hit with a sleep. Drink inside of it. It's going to be Quick able to get himself a cheat death and looking for that recovery. The Evoker does have quite a bit of that survivability. Damage is definitely there and needs to go for the big setup. I wish I could just see their cooldowns though, because I don't know what the deep breath is. Where is the deep breath in abilities? Intro by Seavark. Pretty early on, try to dodge the Arcane Surge. If you can maybe get a blink out of Seavark right now that he doesn't have an interrupt, let's give a pretty good spot for Crit Queen right now. If you can just get in there next to Seavark, lock him down for just a second, maybe knock him up in the air and see if he goes for a blink. Because if you get yourself a deep breath on a blink after a blink is gone, that's going to be huge for you. If you can just get yourself a small little setup, fire breath, everything, because the combo is really quick. If you can execute it, you just need yourself a second to execute it. That's all you need. But Seavark trying to see if he can deny it as best as possible. I think over time though, Seavark might just end up winning this duel. Run into Raph. Not gonna go blink at this one. Definitely needs to find a way to counter blink some way, somehow. Is gonna interrupt him on nature for just a second. Seavark trying to see if he can get himself a better angle. Might be this way again. Could be a blink opportunity. Any one of those could be a blink opportunity. Breath by Seavark. He knows he doesn't want to blink. He knows if he can help it, he doesn't want to blink. Big damage onto Quick Queen. Does get interrupted on an Arcane to try to see if he can hamper some of the output by Seavark. Can either stand in the Ring of Fire or Ring of Frost. Not a great spot to be in at all. It's going to be a bit of shielding. Interrupt by Seavark. Might be in a bad spot. If you can interrupt him on Arcane too, that could be an opportunity. No, barrage of missiles. Oh my goodness. He's just everywhere, nowhere, man. Seavark's mobility is incredible. My goodness, I was kind of rooting for Crit Queen there, honestly. I was rooting for the Aug Evoker, I'm not gonna lie. I love watching my man Seavark, but watching Augmentation Evokers play and seeing that little setup they can do, I want to see it again. That's all I want to see is I want to see it again. Ring of Fire, Rob got himself big blasters. It's going to be Kevin with a bubble, just trying to see if he can potentially counteract all damage from Roth. Does go for a quick invis. Are you playing Massive Invis? Are you playing Greater Invis? What kind of invis are you playing? I'm not even sure. I feel like you just invis a couple of times now. Maybe that was just your first invis on the night. Maybe I got it wrong. Gonna be missiles down as Kevin got himself the big shield of vengeance to fortify his forward momentum. But it looks like he's actually looking for a bit of an escape from Roth. Needs a bit of a breather behind the pillar until he gets some cooldowns back up and running. I'm not sure if Kevin's already used wings or not. Again, that being lined up like this with a Ring of Fire on one side, Ring of Frost on the other, you literally can't go anywhere. Just zoning you out entirely. Stun to Rob does have a blink for this one. It's going to be Kevin with a big Divine Toll. Does himself a big setup. Will not be able to counter the Divine Surge. May just need some kind of defensive spell. Warden is going to give him plenty of survivability. Off still has himself lots of potential damage available. But he just needs to wait out the Spell Warden. As soon as that thing is done, then maybe you can make some damage happen. Finally, Missile's able to make an impact into Kevin's health. The barrage to follow, able to keep barraging the guy constantly, every single global if you wanted to. Trying to get himself mobility to get around Kevin. Big barrages back-to-back, more knockbacks. Trying to see if he can trap him in a Ring of Frost. Unable to stun onto Rob. Doesn't have a blink for this one. With a head freedom stolen by the mage away from the paladin. Not really giving you much of an option. You can't really go behind the pillar. You can't really approach Rob without getting slowed. Not in a great spot to be in whatsoever. Kevin, does he back up? Does he stay in? He's going to have to go through Ring of Fire into touch the matchup. Missiles chasing after him. There's only so much you can really do in this situation. Roth is not letting this guy touch him whatsoever. He's maximizing his mobility as best as he can. Touch the matchup could be huge. Maybe barrage. Oh my goodness. There's actually nothing that can stop an Arcane Mage. Especially against a melee class. The mobility he has is actually insane. There's some Super Saiyan stuff right now. It's just, he's just everywhere and nowhere. So keeping track of where Seavark is at is, I think, basically impossible. Might as well be impossible. So good though. My god, the difference too. And we've seen like a lot of Arcane Mages join these duels, but none of them play like Seavark does. None of them at all. That is actually incredible. Let's get us another one going. Nick as well as Kevin. Let me know if you guys are ready. 159, 160. God, it's so fun. Flying Arcane is rough. Dude, fighting Arcane, yeah. Especially when they know how to use their mobility. Because, man, your brain gotta be like moving 150 miles an hour. Have the team left, so they're not going against two rogues and an Arcane Mage. Okay, that's cool. We can get ourselves a different team. Other team needs a couple more bodies. Hold on, was it Diabolicals? No, Diabolicals in. Kevin, Speeder here. Fair enough. We're gonna need a couple more bodies, boys. They said they're not against two rogues and an Arcane Mage. Rogues, I can totally understand. Arcane Mage, yeah. From watching the game just there. Trying to swap teams. It's up to you. It's up to you. It's up to you, Seavark. If you want to fight against these rogues and a monk, like if you really want to sit there and fight through those guys, you could. Looks like Seavark is going to be hopping on this team, so we're separating some of the heavy hitters away from each other. Is that a rogue just there? Hold on. I think I'll find him, right? Oh, there he is. No. Where'd he go? Oh, he's over there. It's the outlaw. That's where the guy's at. This way. It's like out here-ish. Yeah. Try to see if I can find him. I have Spectral Sight for a little bit. He probably flew away, didn't he? Unless... if I get Spectral Sight back, there's no way he would have gone far, right? Maybe he ran this way at this point. But maybe I can still find him. Hold on real quick. Up. No, it looks like he ran off. Yeah, I think he ran off. Okay. That or he flew away. Alright, we're gonna need Elizabeth. I'd love to take you, but we're doing some 5V5 1V1 DUELS here, fam. Alright, so with the Shaman, this group is ready. Oh, Chicago, hey! Okay, this team is ready. Gonna help Nick, and we will be good to go. Okay, I'm gonna make Kevin lead again. Let me ask Nick real quickly if he needs more bodies. There's a chance he does. Need more? Need more? I can help. Here we go. How do we get in? You with the feds? You're more than welcome to join. So we got the groups listed over in the LFG Raids Legacy. Anyone and everyone can join in. Just one more. Okay, so if you guys want to join Team Sensei, does you guys team listed by chance? Invite, I can list. I can listen to all these other things. Real quick. But if you guys want to join you with feds, you're more than welcome to join. Anyone can join up. The groups will be mostly listed in LFG Raids Legacy. It's listed, should be. Oh yeah. Here we go. Dalaran Caving. I like the spelling. I appreciate it. Got a 5? Perfect. There it is. So we do have a 5. Awesome. Awesome. We got a group. Beautiful. Alright, I think it's about time to do Nagrand, right? Oh, not Nagrand, Blade's Edge. Blade's Edge, dude. It's gonna happen. But yeah, feds, we got groups listed. Just peep the stream. I'll announce you boys when we got a group available. I can wait for you to get in. Usually we do Fridays, our duels in the EU region, and then Saturdays, which is today, in the NA region. Anyone can join when the groups are listed. Literally anybody can join in. Oh yeah, you got in. Perfect. You with the feds? I like it. You don't really gotta worry about me not playing to win today, just chilling. Fair enough, my guy, fair enough. What did you say earlier? What the fuck did I get eyes for real? The Glad Mountain looks mid compared to last season. I think it's the dragon model, right? I think the Highland Drake looks really cool in general as a dragon. Like, not everybody's gonna like the Slither Drake. Where's the buff Outlaw? Dude, I think when they do a Rogue rework is when the Outlaw Rogue PvP buffs are gonna come in. I'm just gonna hold out hope that the Outlaw rework will be fantastic. I'm still waiting to get any big class changes for 10.1.7. I am hoping they'll still roll out a bunch of class changes. And I'm hoping that's when we'll see the big Outlaw Rogue rework. Unlike the most important Warlock customization one night. Yo, did you really? Did you see my post that I made on Discord? I was trying to see if I can get the staff so I can get the Fell Puppy customization. Instead, I got the Warglaive of Azeroth. Like, what the hell is this? Like, which I shouldn't be upset, but I kind of am. Rav gonna be first up versus a Rogue. Gonna be a Shadow Step as he goes in for a shadowy duel. Immediately try to see if it gives us some damage versus the Arcane Mage. The Mage might actually be in a lot of trouble. Never mind. The old time just lets him reverse all of it. As Dead Ratter got himself full flagellation set up. His blades are bloodied red and he's ready to go, but it's gonna be quick. Madison's got himself big touch in the match. Cloak and Shadows early by the Rogue for Rav. This is a fantastic opportunity. As long as you can find a way to get around the Rogue, actually gets him out in the open with the shifting power AoE him out with the breath to follow. Let's see if a knock is gonna go for that knock, knocking him down the ramp into an icy Nova. Slows to follow. Dead Ratter does have himself access. Actually, no more vanishes. Wait, does he play just one charge and vanish? He might just be a one charge vanish kind of guy. I wonder what kind of build he's playing then. Blend onto Rav, trying to see if he can make an escape. Rav gonna just position back to the top of the platform. Quick gouge to meet him, got himself dance, but he's not gonna let this Rogue touch him at all. There's more missiles around the corner. Dead Ratter, I think it might be just done and done. Big Shadow Step to cover the gap, and it's gonna be another blink by the Mage until Barrage to follow, touch the Magi, and it's just a touch of the Magi. And Barrage procking cheat death, but then touching the Magi crushes the Rogue through the cheat death. Either way, it doesn't even matter. Who's up next? Is it gonna be with the Feds? It is gonna be you with the Feds. As a Dark Iron? I think it is Dark Iron Dwarf. It is Dark Iron Dwarf against the Shaman. I had to look at the buff on the bottom right. You can see he's got that Dark Iron buff. the Fireblood, I think it's called. Got himself big ascendance, massive damage. Rob just gonna back up out of there. This way, potentially, Enhanced Shaman has a lot of great output as long as he has line of sight of their target. And Teamwork using the mobility to literally cover from one side of the arena all the way to the other within half a second. Able to get himself big blaster damage, got himself full power surge or arcane surge into arcane power, massive maximum blaster damage for it now with the touch of the magic while available for you with the feds. It's going to be an intro, but doesn't end up getting juked out. Rob got himself plenty of setup, Sunder to follow, and it's going to be Rob for position back towards top of the platform, but wants to jump down and try to see if he can get himself some more damage onto the Shiny. But the light and last is going to stop in place. Did not have a blink for that one. Knockback for a second as you with the feds, able to catch up quite a lot of health, actually handled and recovered, down on some cooldowns, but does have some offensive, short-term offensives, coming back up little by little. As long as he can stay next to Roth and use maybe a stun, Sunder, interrupts, and time him right so he doesn't get juked, I think he's going to be able to put in quite a bit of pressure on the mage. Big damage out of the Roth right now with barrages together with missiles, touching the magic, coalescing a ton of the damage. It's going to be a big, huge burst. Maybe barrage to follow. Does he end him right now? Roth trying to see if he can maybe get himself around the corner with you defense. Doesn't get caught in the static totem. Needs just one more barrage to take him down. Trying to make sure he doesn't get interrupted. Light the last to stop him in place. Does have a blink for this one. With a knockback onto you with the fence. Does have a good setup. Trying to make sure he gets himself line inside. Interrupts him on nature. I think it just might be over for the Shaman. Does end up literally fire blasted him at the end just to make sure he got himself that big instant cast. Wait, does Fire Blast even... is that off cooldown or is that... because I know it's off GCD for Fire Mages, but I think for Frost Mages and Arcane, it might be on GCD, right? Like an ability you can just use while you're traveling back and forth around the enemy. Gonna be a knockback onto Sensei as you sit down to see if he can get himself ramped up fully. Touch of Magic is on Sensei. Big blaster damage. Zuan is out. Got him some images. Massive barrage cleaving down him as well as all of his image pets. Zuan trying to finally get over there to Seawork to reconnect. Seawork literally crossed through the other side of the arena. Ported back to where Sensei was, got himself more of a mid position on the bridge, but it's just going to be lots of pressure for the monk to deal with. Lots of mobility he's going to use to cover the distance between Roth. And honestly, the distance between him and Roth right now, double it, even triple it, and that's basically what you'll need to cover in order to even be able to reach the mage with the blinks, reverse blinks, all the times, everything he's got. It's going to be rough, and you can't even lock him down with a stun. Big damage onto Sensei as he's just trying to cover the distance between him and the mage, taking all those barrage damage with the arcane barrages, the missiles to follow, the touch of the magic. All of this just keeps what word am I trying to use here? Chipping away at his health bar little by little. Got himself a Ring of Frost, stopping Sensei in his tracks. Ring of Fire almost completes, but not quite. Got himself Ring of Fire maybe around the corner. Doesn't quite connect on top of the platform, but he still got himself barrages of just arcane orbs flying in. He's just a big old human mortar of just arcane energy firing off from a great distance, making sure that nobody can catch him with shifting power to get himself cooldowns back up and running. Sensei finally got himself a breather, able to coalesce some cooldowns together. Karma coming back up soon. Does have diffused magic. Zuan coming back in 20. So maybe this way he can make a play. Just needs to get himself a little bit of a setup versus Arcane Mage. Got himself in cap, breath, before he can even connect and get it knocked off the platform. More missiles to follow. Having to use all the mobility just to catch up. Using a defensive role of diffused magic just to give himself a little bit of a health buffer to make sure he doesn't just die while he's just walking and waddling towards Rob. The constant slows, the barrages, not let him catch up whatsoever. Finally able to kind of close the gap, but it's going to be a juke. Does have a port in order to see if he can catch up. Again, he's just playing catch up the entire time. He's just chasing after Rob the entire game. More missiles to follow. Zuan gets polymorphed into a cute teddy bear. Knockback onto Sensei with the root to follow. He's just not letting this monk play the game. Got himself a Ring of Frost so you can't even walk up the ramp. Either Ring of Fire down below, so you can't go up, you can't go below. You're stuck in the middle. It's not a great place to be in. This is where the Archimage can just blast you from a mile away, and there's just nothing you can really do to respond. Barrage is touching the magic, yet back up again. Karma to follow. Rob does not have an ice block for this one. I think he's just going to play it super defensive. Got himself all the time, so he could reposition yet again. He could meet Sensei around the corner. I think he's going to be able to reposition right behind him, right? Or no, down below instead. Sensei just waited for it. Just let it happen. Knockback yet again. Got him some mobility. Nova to follow. Able to break out of it fairly quickly. Invis doesn't even know where he's going to go, but good predictability by the monk. Either way, the breath right after Nova to follow. Again, you literally cannot catch up to this guy whatsoever. WIFI is back up for Sensei. At least able to get himself a little bit of survivability to the mist right after. As Ralph sitting down in between of all this, as soon as Sensei decided to go back behind and play, he's like, alright, I'm gonna sit down and get myself some food. Oh my goodness. Trinket out of Sensei. I think he's trying to see if he can make his last stand here. Trying to commit everything. Diffuse magic available. Ralph is able to back away from him. Got him some Tiger's Lust. Just gonna stand there, catch up a little bit of healing. But while he's got images, he should be able to try to get in there and try to see if he can maximize some damage. I don't even know what he's gonna be able to do. Like, the only way to really lock down on Ralph right now is a leg sweep. Unless you can maybe hit him with a slow and then root him in place, force a blink out of him pretty early. But even then, it's just rough. Sensei just unable to really close the gap whatsoever. Yet another Nog just getting beat up around all over the place in cap in order to stop Raw from just continuing to deliver the punishment. At least you're able to get himself a bit of a decent setup potentially. But having to play super defensive right now, dampen harm to follow, it is helping to reduce some of the damage it's taken. Karma is back up together with Zuen, so maybe you could make some kind of a play. Karma, Zuen, Rav jumping down below. Does he have a way to get back up top? Trying to see if he can play towards the lower platform. It's going to be able to blink back up top of the platform. Down below yet again as you finally think he just caught him. He just disappears right in front of you, right within your grasp, and then just blinks right over the back to where he was initially. My goodness, Polly right after, Ring of Fire to follow. Does Rav have himself a big go? He does have Arcane Surge coming back up very, very soon, and is able to get himself some decent, consistent damage onto Sensei. But he needs himself one big blaster go. Sensei has plenty of good defensives that are very, very, very strong for this one. Has himself plenty of survivability as well. And I think if Rav somehow had just a little bit more sustain, which Arcane Mages are set to gain somewhat soon, I think this Tuesday reset they should be able to get a lot more sustained damage. If Timberk had all those sustainability buffs, I think this duel might have been over a long, long ago, because he has to play around that hit and run playstyle, big bursts, but not a lot of stuff he can do in the downtime. Trying to go for big Arcane Surge. Does Sensei play offensive or defensive? Got himself Diffuse Magic, trying to decide whether he wants to stay up above or jump down below. Looks like Seavark is going to be pushing in. That gives Sensei an opportunity to get a bit up close and personal. Yet another Nova, trying to go for more Arcane Blasters. Sensei is not in a great spot. Does he himself the angle? Trying to see if he can send barrages in there. Oh, and looks like touching the magic barrage altogether. Just kind of coalesce at once. Big executed barrage with touch of the magic, all that damage all at once. Big breath onto LFG immediately with a polymorph into a ring of fire right after. Does go for a shadow step, trying to see if he can evade the ring with a knockback and a freeze to follow. My goodness, that is another mobile class here, is a rogue. We'll see how he ends up doing, because Sensei has so much mobility, and even then it was kind of rough to say, even on top of Raph. He literally gets to choose whether he wants to fight you or not. If he doesn't want to fight you, he's never going to be in melee with you. Ever, ever, ever. There's literally no reason, no way you're going to be able to catch him at all. LG does end up shadow stepping towards Raph. Has himself another back blink to reverse it. Gonna be more shadow strikes. Finally able to get himself a couple of good hits here and there. Cloaker Shadows trying to see if he can cover the bases right now. Is he able to? Gonna be mages available. Rob actually has got a limited mobility, having to burn images and just having to waddle away from the rogue. Brett to follow. Nova right after. Got himself blind. And there's gonna be Trinket just trying to make sure he's ahead of the rogue at all times. He doesn't really need a Trinket for stuns. So I guess throwing a Trinket for a blind makes sense. Big barrage maybe. Doesn't let you go down. I think it's over. Yeah. I think he did give up. That is unfortunate. That is rough, man. This is Arcane, though. That is Arcane Mage with Kuroichi. You're the last one, my guy. 54% dampener. An Arcane Mage versus Unholy Death Knight. I think that might be one of the better classes that can potentially counter Mage, just because they have so much anti-caster mechanics. But maybe summoning up the army together with the main pet. If you can get all this army onto Raph and let him just do the damage there by themselves, he might be fine dropping down a dome, try to see if he can reduce some of the damage taken, stun onto Raph. That's how we'll blink for this one. Try to see if he can maybe cut him back into Zombozos. If those things can actually explode onto Raph, you need to make sure you're slowing him. No, never mind. I was looking at C-Rank the entire time, but I should have been watching Courageous Health. He's just melted within seconds. Can we ban Arcane? Are we actually about to ban Arcane? What is this damage? 12 million damage. Are we kidding ourselves? Wait, are we actually about to ban Arcane Mage from 5V5 1v1 Duels? Really? I feel like banning a rogue pretty, like, on par. Pretty... I think a lot of us can agree. A lot of people hate rogues in these spots. Oh, let me check. Let me check. We might actually have one more, Joy. We might have to. Are we actually about to ban Arcane Mages? Because normally, like, rogues, bannable. Feral Druids, we banned them before. Seawork said I'll leave. I know, want Seawork to leave. Seawork, how about play some Frost or something? I don't know, like, give these boys a breather, because Arcane seems to be a little bit much. Are we actually about to ban arcane mages though, chat? Is this serious? Chat, if everybody's like, if everybody in chat says, yeah, ban arcane mage, we might have to ban arcane mage at least for the night. You know what I mean? Like if Silver can stay frost, I think it's totally fine. If you want to play some fire, perfectly fine, I think. Specifically arcade. How do we get to this point? Like banning rogues, I think a lot of people would agree rogues are really good in duels. But it's almost like, remember yesterday we had a elemental shaman who was just absolutely popping off? What if we just banned that guy? That would have been really, really rough. Banned Seawork though. I think it's too much. Keep it arcane fighter rogue and double it? Maybe. Wouldn't matter what spec I am. I would love to see Frost just for the sake of seeing Frost though. Let me see. We ready? Or we need more? Or we need more bodies? More Joel. Let me check for you real quick, yeah? Let me double check. Hey, do we have all 5? Or do we need more? Double check it with Kevin as well as with Nick. Need one more? Got a spot. Wait, is that Seavark swapping over? Since the team disbanded, we're left. Okay, looks like Team Sensei disbanded. So we are gonna reform. Form, and you can be the first one in. Oh, I passed each other. I forgot to say something before I get to do. Oh, okay. Alrighty, so we're gonna invite you real quick. Team Sensei, I'm just gonna reform a group real quickly. So everybody who in Team Sensei, LFG sucks, the other rogue that was in there, I'm sorry, I don't remember your name, I'm really bad with names. And who else was there? I'm trying to think of, and the Death Knight. You guys are welcome to join in. So everybody who was in Team Sensei, you guys are welcome back. We'll have more Joel in here, and all the rest of you, if you guys want to join, more than welcome to. I'm fine with that. I'm not game age. So I can become Flavor of the Month gamer? Absolutely. Yes, so I can become true. Rob will be so hard I had to leave him away. William, you're more than welcome to join back in, man. You're more than welcome to join back in. Okay, all good. All good, friend. Thanks for coming. You're more than welcome to come back and play more Sensei. More than welcome to. Conan, get in here, my guy. LFG, if you want to join us. See Dark? Oh, okay. Seavark on the. I was thinking Seavark was gonna join Kevin though. I guess it could work. We can see how many more bodies we have. We do need one more for Team Kevin though. We do need one more for Team Kevin. So we'll do this. I'll form up this group. We'll get ourselves a 5-man here. I'll join Kevin and I'll see if we can get ourselves a +1. Yeah. If I were that specs, a complete meme and duels now, I can join Kevin. That's up to you. Ban him? You think so? Ban him Arcane? I was thinking maybe we could have Seawork play as Kiruchi. My guy, what's up? I was thinking maybe we could have what was I gonna say? I was thinking we could have Seawork maybe try Frost, because we haven't seen a Frost mage in duels at all. So I would just be interested just to see for like the gameplay of it all. Just to see it. But it's up to you. Sea Dark? Okay, that's fine. But Kevin's group is not up. We'll do this. We'll just fill up this group and then I'll help with Kevin's group. We just stay in this one, Seabark on the Shadow Priest. I'll help the other one. Murdoch, for Team Kevin. Wait, does Murdoch walk with Team Kevin? Or what happened? I don't care what team I am. Who's in your team? Let's see. Murder walk. Frost without a pet is gonna see that. Oh, I mean they do kind of have a pet whenever they pop off their what is it? Whenever they pop icy veins, right? Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, that's team. Wait, that's Team Nick. Nick or Sensei. That team fell apart as far as I knew. We got one more spot in my team and one more in Team Kevin. So you guys might want to scurry off to either one of those. Yes, yes, but only one. Yes. But we only got spot for one ATM. For this team and one for the other team. Yeah, so we only can do two, but we will rotate people out. But we'll so everyone gets to play. I think that would be the most fair way of doing it. Is we'll rotate people, but we usually rotate people as somebody's got to go, and then we get new people in, and then just everybody gets a chance to play. It just happens kind of organically. Except yesterday we had Kragar and Team Kragar. For the most part, he kept the same homies, maybe swapping one guy out once in a while. But yeah, but he's got his whole squad. He's got his whole community he's rotating in. And what this noob is saying. Okay, allow me to explain what this noob is saying. Give it your best shot, Glemtune. Hey, we're with it. What's up, Shade? How you doing, man? He's a... I don't know what that means. He is a... Demon Hunter. Oh, okay. His low IT score? Is that what it's supposed to be? IQ, maybe? Is Arcane Mage allowed? Our Arcane Mage went as priest. Wait, what is that? He's trying to say, I love my GF a lot. Huh? What? Right, honey? Yes, dear. Sad face. That Hunter needs a spot for the other team. Okay, cool. We can get you in. Okay, I can help get them in. Yo, Dead Hunter, I can get you in, or I can get Murder Walk in. Either one. Switch to Arcane or the band. Is it all right? Let's say they are banned for the night, just for fun, just for funsies. What is happening? Invite Dead Eater. What server? What server? Because I can invite him easily. I just need to know what server he's on. Shadow Moon. Dead Ratter. Oh, I could do that. Apparently I could just invite him just like this. Alright, that works for me. What's up, Glemtomb? What are you trying to trade me? What are you trying to trade me? Wait, can I trade you stuff? Can I trade you gold? 20,000? Wait, can do. Wait. Oh, wait. Oh, I can't do gold. Can't trade gold. Can't trade gold. What can I trade you? Wait, do you want fries? Hold on. Can you trade this? Can I not trade any of this? Oh no. I tried trading food too. No food for me apparently. Well, there it is, man. Oh, there it is. Wait. How do I? Can't. Jigs up so high. Cross-home trade is disabled because it's broken. Alright, man. Hopefully they'll enable it. Cross-home trade is off. It's like you can open up the window, but then it's just you can't trade. I just hope they fix it at some point. Alright, so who do we make lead here? I guess we'll do... I don't know. Conan? We'll do Conan. Alrighty, boys. We are ready. The other team is ready too. We're good to go. Conan, my man. Where are you? What's your real ID? Just Conan? It is just Conan. Cool. Just gonna give you a dot so I can pull you up. And Nick, we're gonna put him here. Thank you so much for joining, Nick. Appreciate ya. That first game you slapped, by the way. That was insane. Spectator match. Conan and Kevin live. What arena do we do? Do we do Tigers maybe? Tigers Peak? No, that didn't work. Theater match. Did I do it right? Conan and Kevin Landers. 5. Okay, Tiger Speak is good. Nice. Arcane broken? No, you should have seen the games we've had, Shane. With Seavork walking up as Arcane, blasting these boys to smithereens. Chat was like, yo, ban on Arcane right now. So I guess Arcane is banned for the night. Like, I never thought it would ever... I mean, when Rogue is banned, it was like, okay, a hard ban. No rogues at all. Not allowed. No. Except maybe my man Airless, just because he likes to play super giga risky on that sub rogue. It is insane. You know, the worst part is going to be worse on Tuesday. Oh yeah, they are getting a bit more sustained damage, aren't they? Like since they got buffed again. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Yeah. I think it just in 1v1s, the Arcane Mage is a lot more exasperated just because they can just kite one single guy around, especially if it's a melee class. I think it's a little different maybe in an arena, but I could be wrong. It's just two people can lock down an Arcane Mage, right? Just ideally, even though that's not always the case for situations. Switch. Got ourselves team 1 together with C Dark, swap it on the Shadow Priest. I like the shoulders, it looks so good, dude. I really do like the set they gave Shadow Priest. Also, I was kind of hoping you would go and launch Shadow Form, like the lighter Shadow Form. We can actually see the Mog. Conan joining back in as a Barbarian enhancer itself. Got us this Dead Ratter here with Kuroichi, as well as more Joel. Versus a Chicago over the bad silence to follow, as it is an enhanced Shaman. So back it up away from Sea Dark for just a second, rooted him in place. I think to try to see if he can maybe recuperate some cooldowns until they have a proper go versus a Shadow Priest that are just playing super safe around him. Interrupt onto Sea Dark, does get opportunity to go for Mind Spikes. Big Thunder either way, does a lot of damage even though it doesn't do the CC. LA Blast to follow right after for Chicago. What kind of a build you got going on? It looks like you're playing like a Lightning Elemental build. Gonna try to see if you can put Seamark over in the Static Totem in a different spot. Trying to go for a bit of CC. Seamark may decide to go for big defense. Does get interrupted on Holy. Looking to get himself a bit more recovery. Maybe a disperse situation right now. Just trying to see if it can heal through Chicago's damage with the flash heals. Mind Spikes to follow Mind Games right after, and that's going to give Chicago an opportunity to maybe get some survivability, maybe a less silent stun Mind Games. Maybe try to go for an interrupt to Silverk, unable to really get himself some pressure, able to maybe go counter damage. Thunder to follow after the precog is over. Might be pretty bad for Chicago. Big spikes to follow. Sea-Dark can actually do quite a bit of damage with those spikes as long as he can get a couple of casts off. It does a lot of damage. Spike with Eruption or Ascension, that actually does a lot of damage altogether. Quick Rudo into Sea-Dark. Got himself big Shadow Crash around the corner, trying to see if he can get himself some more full non-periodic damage in. And looks like Chicago got himself quite a bit of zaps as well. A little bit of a standstill between the two right now. Over on the team 2, we also do have ourselves you with the Feds. I keep forgetting to, name everybody in the groups. We got Murder Rock, we got ourselves Kevin, we got ourselves Diabolicals. Which Chicago get a hit with a quick stun. Does have a trigger for the interrupt and the Sunder onto Sea Dark. Does have himself the Embrace, Vampiric Embrace, to get himself a little bit more of that survivability. Mind Games to follow might be bad for Chicago, potentially. I don't really know if they get a lot of healing. Seaver does play into the spike build, which does mean he needs to get himself a little bit of that line of sight over Chicago and make sure he doesn't get interrupted in order to be able to get that caster damage in. But I've seen some damage that the spike can do. It can do like 100k as a crit. Ideally, depends on how strong it is, depends if it actually even lands on the target properly. With all the buffs, going to be a bit of a precog for Seaverk, using it to get himself a bit more healing. Flash of lights, get himself Eruption potentially, ground totem for a second, trying to see if he can get some kind of a pressure rolling onto Chicago, but every time Chicago can just back up out of there, got the interrupt together with the Sunder together with the grounding totem, so it actually puts a lot of pressure onto Sea Dark. Finally, Sunder to Chicago, knocked back right after just sees to get himself a couple of those big casts, and the spikes can actually do quite a lot of damage. Big LA Blaster follow, does get to juke it out. Mind Spike yet again, get him some bit of damage in Chicago, but definitely needs to get himself a little bit more of that survivability. Quick Fear onto the Shaman. Does he have himself another go? Dude, look at the spikes. They really do end up doing quite a bit of damage whenever you can't actually get a cast off. But it's so rough. Silence to follow, no interrupt available for Chicago, while silence for a moment. Void Torrent to follow, not able to really maximize the damage of it, doesn't get to move with a totem whatsoever. Spikes to follow, is that enough though? Seaverk might need a bit more survivability. As long as he doesn't get interrupted on Shadow, he may be okay. Sunder for a second, Chicago does have an interrupt back up. As long as he doesn't kick on Shadow, he might be fine. You gotta be watching out his health. Disperse may be the play here. Dark Ascension, Quick Fear, potentially big damage into a full Shadow Crush. All the dots are on him with a stun right after. Does he have the spike damage? One Mind Games to follow, maybe enough. Got himself Void Torrent, is gonna do a lot of damage to Chicago around the pillar. Does get himself at least a little bit of that shield together with a Spore Cloak Totem. The tentacles are available, 3 of them able to attack Chicago as soon as they leave the line aside for Seaverk. That's actually a pretty decent spot to be in, honestly. Unless Chicago got himself quite a bit of damage of their own. Silence onto the Shaman for a second. More spikes to follow. Chicago trying to see if they can fight through the spiky damage with the Ancient Guardians, healing them as they do damage. As they heal, the Guardians amplify the damage and provide even more healing. Trying to go for a kick, doesn't quite connect. Spike to follow, but a ground totem stops a lot of it. Chicago's super low on health. Is there maybe a silence available for Seavark? No, actually might still be able to make a play either way. Stun Chicago does go for a trick and last to follow. That's going to be a totem. Trying to see if he can toss Seavark over to the side, making sure there's line of sight between the two. Shadow Crash, I don't even know if that Shadow Crash actually properly connected there. I feel like that could have, but it didn't quite happen. Try to see if you can blast out the totems at the very least. Interrupt, missing it. VT back up. Dark Ascension. Chicago is still able to do quite a bit of damage to Seavark. Drop down the ground totem for a second. As soon as the silence comes out, going to be able to dip behind the pillar, look for a little bit of recovery. Going for the hit and runs as a Shaman playstyle, huh? Not bad at all though. So far, Seavark does end up picking up a build that has him quite a bit of burst. He just needs to like get a breakaway burst on Chicago for a second. Make sure he can juke out a kick. Make sure he doesn't get sundered. Make sure he can avoid the grounding totem, and then he'll be a-okay. For Chicago, he's got a lot of disruptions in his build, and also the consistent damage of the elemental blast, lightning bolt damage, right? So it's a lot of that non-CD based damage that ends up helping out a ton. Got himself a bit of bloodlust. Ghost Raptor's available in case he wants to. Seavark might be in a bit of a try-out spot. There's going to be big Alabaster follow. Might be dispersed. There goes the disperse. Has himself the power board life. If everyone gets to get himself a setup. Stun not available for a while. Does have a fear. Does have a silence. So maybe can make some kind of a play with both of those abilities. Fear maybe into pure silence. Maybe a full burst. Trying to maintain the full dots. Dark Ascension available. Does himself the angle of Chicago. Silence to follow, but it's going to be immediate root totem to stop him in place unless you go for massive spell. You're kind of just stuck in the totem. That is unfortunate. Quite a bit of that burst just kind of gone out of the window. Lightning Lasso does have a trigger for it. Trying to make sure he jukes out a kick. Trying to again make sure he doesn't get kicked in the first place. Sunder able to dodge it for a second. Stun on Chicago. Doesn't have juke out a kick. Mind Blasting, other Mind Spikes available. Maybe can give us a bit of damage. Mind Games is helping him heal up. Quite a bit of health. Void Torrent keeping Chicago kind of lowish on health. Looking for a bit of catch up on the heals. Does get interrupted on Shadow yet again. Bloodless available for Chicago. Maybe we can make a big play off of it. Fear to follow. Does Seavark have anything to follow right after? This is going to be told to displace him back. Sanity back in there. Trying to see if we can spike him up. But I think Chicago might be able to take down Seavark right here. Doesn't go for a heal last second. Does he have powered life? He does have powered life last second. But he was just going back off of cooldown at the very last second. Chicago had himself a hell of a run. That's just a ton of disruptions for a Shadow Priest to deal with. Between grounding, between sunder, between stuns, between the totem to position you over, between the interrupts. It is a lot. It is actually kind of rough, honestly. What's up next? Is it Conan? More Joel? We have lost somebody on Team 1, actually. We have too much blue gear. Oh, is it? Yeah. That might be... That also might end up holding me back a little bit, too. Yeah, gear does make a kind of a difference. Got really close, though. Like the lasso by Chicago, but it looks like it ends up getting reflected stun onto the Shaman. Trying to go for a little bit of mobility away from Conan. Who did we lose over in Team 1, by the way? We had Conan dead, Morjol. And I forget who it was. It was somebody else. But I forget now. Chicago trying to see if he can back away from the warrior. Full fear onto the Shaman. Bleeds available as well. Did the blades even hit Chicago? I know there's a little bit of line of sight in the platform there. I certainly hope that connected. Big damage out of Chicago. Reflect up for Conan. Able to reduce some of the match damage the Shaman got ready for him. Knock back. The Shamans are masters at just being able to displace the aim targets quite easily. And it's going to be Conan trying to see if he can back away for just a second. Looking for more defense. Chicago going for more like a hit and run. Get in there. Do a little bit of magic damage. Back out. Get himself a little bit more self-healing with a Maelstrom. Full lasso onto Conan. That's a lot of damage. Frost Shock reflected back at the Shaman. Trying to get himself a bit more survivability. Shockwave to follow. But Alien Blast just ends up destroying him entirely right then and there. My goodness. Next up is going to be Dead Adder. Full setup. Kidney shot onto Chicago. Trying to see if he can maybe maximize the big master damage together with the shadow damage. I think this might be over. Big secret technique. Chicago doesn't really have much to really work with. Trinket out of that adder for a second. Try to use the static totem just to keep him in place. Unless you go for cloak shadows or vanish. You're not escaping that one. Wait a second. Oh my goodness, Arcade Surge to follow, but it's going to be blind on Dead Adder, breaks it immediately sunder by Chicago into a light lesson, just trying to see if it can waddle away from Dead Adder, letting the consistent damage of the elemental abilities do work. Next kidney shot could be very, very deadly. Massive blast on the dead ender does get hit with a knockback shadow step as he finally got a stun on Chicago. Yet another ALA blast. She does it the last second. The Chicago to live it potentially. Secret technique, but it looks like the images of secret technique are not able to get their assault rolling with the rogue dying right then and there. So Chicago does end up surviving here a little by little, huh? That is absolutely crazy. With Morjol gonna be up next over for the team one. Oh, it was on Holy Death Knight, wasn't it? I think it was on Holy Death Knight. Kuro got removed. Did you get... Because the game... Do you AFK by chance, Kuro? Because you can't like kick somebody out of the group. So it wouldn't be somebody removing you from the game. But if it was like... If we just kind of like AFK'd there for a bit and the game saw that you AFK and like kicked you for being AFK, then that's unfortunate. Honestly. But it's okay. We'll definitely get you another game after this, yeah? How does that sound, my guy? Chicago up next was Morjol, trying to see if they could potentially fight through the Elemental Shaman, going for a big leap. That wasn't even a Goblin leap, was it? But you do have access to that one too. It's going to be Static Tone, just moving Morjol to a different spot. Can't really separate away from Chicago. Does want to waddle out of there while Lasso is channeling on him. Is going to go for the Goblin Rachel, try to see if he can back up out of the Frost Shock on Chicago. Does have himself Ground Totem as well as an Interrupt. So should be able to at least deal with some of the range damage of Morjol. About CC, I don't really know what you can do in between of the Frost Shocks and Earth Shocks, especially if you get yourself a proper Ice Fury rolling in. I think that might be really difficult to deal with, but as long as Chicago can maybe close the gap once in a while, get a proper stun onto Morjol, maybe roll for the Sunder, then you can make something work. But those Lava Bursts are doing work together with Sky Fury Totem, just amplifying the Shaman's damage. Not much you can really do in this situation. Does go for the big setup together with the Earth Shock, does get himself a nice bit of Lava Burst into an Ascendance Wombo combo with Murder Walk going to be up next. Warrior charging in immediately, trying to go for Shockward, doesn't quite connect. Looks like a Root Totem was able to stop in place. Earth Elemental is in place, so it's going to give Morjol a little bit of that survivability. For Murder Walk, he's playing that Arms Warrior, not the easiest matchup. The Arms Warriors do not have an easy time with the Elemental Shamans. With the amount of knockbacks they got, plus also the leap, trying to see if he can hit him with a Roar, but doesn't quite hit that bleed. It's going to be Roots to follow together with a stun from the Earth Elemental. Got himself one little Reflect for a Lava Burst, so that's really about it. But he's just getting absolutely blasted out. If Morjol can get himself an Ice Fury on top of it, they're going to be in a fantastic spot. Earth Shock, Frost Shock, Lava Burst. Oh my god, that's just all the damage all together. Not much they can really do about it. You with the fence gonna be up next, trying to see if he can take Morjol into custody right now with a lasso wrangling up this Elemental Shaman. Does go for the burrow, trying to see if he can escape the law. But it's going to be a Static Totem, trying to see if he can position it onto Morjol. Does end up catching him into a full Ascendance. You with the fence, trying to see if he can take him down right now. Big Blaster, oh, just chase him down. Oh my god. Wait, this name actually works out really, really well. With all the Shaman abilities? Yeah, Morjol did pretty good there. Chicago also popping off too. Would have potentially maybe been like another competitor there with an Holy Death Knight. But hopefully we'll be able to get him back in here after this one, yeah? That's pretty good. Yo, Shadow Priest compared to Arcane Mage, literally, it went from all the mobility in the world to 0 mobility. That is rough, man. But the Shadow Priest spikes, I do like it though. We need an Onomas here. Okay, invite. 2 Mas. Invite. So Team Colin is gonna need a couple more bodies if you guys wanna join in. I'll list it for you boys, just to make sure we can get you up and running. Which was 422 was 386 in a +9 bracket height. Which one were you? You were mage? You were mage? Wait, actually you guys did the same damage. Oh, we need one more? Alright, Kelvin, I can help you out in a bit. Let me tell him real quickly. Okay, I can help after we get Team Conan a few more. I can help out in just a bit here. No worries. Is this still on shuffle? Okay, I think it is. So we need 2 more bodies here and we'll be good to go. Yeah, my mage is absolutely popping off. So it is your mage then, yeah? Yeah, Fire Mage is really good, huh? And that's them after all the nerfs that have happened too. But that's only at what, 386 item, so it can only get better than that. Imagine the damage you would be able to do with a 422 with an evoker buffing you during your burst. How nutty would it be? Invite our Arcane Mage. I mean, I thought we banned Arcane for the night, or did we not? Nico, what do you think? What do you think? Because the chat was like, after Wave Seamark played, everybody were like, yo, ban Arcane Mage, get him out of here. How do you even see this? So this thing's up. I just kind of stream it, and put it in LFGQ, and we are and sign up. Hold on. Deathwing is asking how do I set these duels up. I wonder if it wants in. That's going right now. Let's go. Hell yeah, dude. Hope you're having a good one, by the way, Shane. I don't know if I asked you that or not. Arcane ability is counterable. You're joking, right? Can't counter arcane ability. Arcane can be touched even with 2 melee on it. Can't counter arcane ability. I don't think it is counterable, no. I think it's just the amount of mobility you have right now as arcane compared to like previous expansions. I don't think there's ever been a moment where you had alter time and displacement and no blink and mobility while casting with ice foes. Like in terms of mobility, I think arcane got a ton. Now good sounds fun though. Okay. Friend. Oh yeah, so we still need 2 more bodies. If you guys want to join us, the groups are listed over in LFG Raids Legacy. If you guys want to pop in, well, welcome to. Did Seaver pop off tonight? Yes, I think it did. So we need 2 more then. Got a group with the same preset 430 AUG for this 11. The Dalaran's Lair. Yo, that should be fun. Feel I'm hitting way above my weight class. Yeah, imagine that or that Fire Mage with like actual full gear. By the way, also stats on Fire Mage are very, very different. I would make sure to double check them. I'm pretty sure a lot of mages are stacking when it comes to at least their gems. Haste versatility right now, at least for M+. So that could be something you could be looking out towards when it comes to like gearing your mage. Used to be a big haste mastery gamer, but they changed mastery quite a bit, didn't they? Doing good, bud. You gonna sleep? A little bit. Not as much as I was hoping I could, but a little bit, yeah. It was one of those things where I was sleeping and I woke up and I was like, wait, if I get up right now, then I maybe can get stuff done. Or if I go back to sleep, I can sleep, but I might oversleep. I'll get up and get stuff done. Is Chicago pro? I would say some. I think Chicago is a pro. At least in my heart, Chicago is a pro. Chicago is a pro Smite player, did you guys know? Biggest Smite gamer all around. At least when it comes to people that I know. Might be the only person to play Smite, but it's crazy. Yeah. Hold on. Yeah. Versa, big, good. Apparently. Yeah, it looks like, yeah, mastery change is kind of limited how much spread it can do. It still is very, very potent, but it's just not super. Oh, hey, with Feds. How you doing, my guy? What's this other good dude over here? Been hanging out here the entire time. What's up, Feds? I didn't realize you were there. Don't meme on me. Smut is a fun, I swear. No, I'm not memeing on you. You are literally the only person that I know that plays Smite, though. I'm not even kidding. What's up? How you doing, my guy? Hey. What's up? Smite is... Dude, it's been a while since I played Smite, honestly. Long while. Took a nap and overslept. That's why I was late. All good, Pedro. Don't worry about it, my guy. Don't worry about my man at all. So we do need 2 more. I don't know who is in Team Kevin at the moment. And by that I mean I don't remember. Does Ball want to join by chance? I asked Bald a couple of times over the last few weeks, but every time he's like, nah. Hey, Bald. We're hosting some 5V5 1V1 DUELS tonight. Want in? Yo, you with the Feds? Yo, if you... I guess like right now we're trying to find people. So we're chilling. But, oh. Cyclone, huh? I was gonna say. But if you die, the run back is just super ridiculously long. Just letting you know. I don't know if that makes a difference for you or not. But yeah, this is in between of the queues. If you're dead while we're trying to queue. Yeah. That could be a thing. Let's get an invite. So we got Conan. Hubert said... Not said no, he said you're doing 3s. So maybe after the 3s? Kevin, I think, is in the other team. I think. Lemons is a PvE Andy. Nidalee is a PvE Andy. Goalai Halls? Where's that at? None given? I'm gonna ask see None Given if he wants to join maybe. Hold on a second. Hey None, we hosting some 5V5 1v1 Duels. Friend, would you be interested in joining a few? Who was on that wasn't on earlier? Under Assault? I asked him before, but I think I asked him for a couple of weeks now, and every time he's like, nah, I'm not feeling it. Alright, so we need 2 more bodies, so we'll be good to go, boys. If you guys got homies you want to invite to these 5v5s, by the way, more than welcome to. The more, the merrier. Stop building my PvP set. All good, friend. All good, friend. All good. All Gucci, no biggie. Right now would be a pretty good time to catch up though, with the conquest cap being lifted. And honestly, if you got like 0 gear for PvP, you just have a full set of honor and then farm as much conquest as you can, right? And then buy a bunch of strong boxes and hoping you don't get like duplicates. Because honestly, that might be cheaper. Because if you can get a chest piece or a weapon or any one of those big pieces off of that, and then spend the rest of the conquest on the other specific pieces, that could be huge. Cap should have been lifted weeks ago. I kind of do agree with you on that, WAP. I think the cap should have been lifted weeks ago, just so people could grind out and then start pushing for like rating or whatever. I feel like that definitely should have been available early on. I think what they're trying to do, they were trying to pace the season, but like not doing MMR inflation yet, or not doing the caps just yet. But it's just like when you can gear so fast in PvE, I feel like the gearing for PvP should have been just as quick. And now I'm worried that going into the next season, they're going to slow down the gearing for PvE as well as for PvP. LG, what's up, my guy? Hope you're having a good one. After the catalyst drops, it should be gone. Yeah, I kind of agree. I kind of agree with you on that too. Just I think it could be a little bit quicker. It could be a little bit quicker. Let people play their mains, get their score, get their rating, then hop on an ult and do the same thing, right? Because I feel like people just want to play their class, people want to play the game, and just being able to give them the gear you need to be able to play, I feel like it's going to be best. Awesome. We need one more and good to go. Hell yeah. Oh, we get to have fun now. Yeah, now it's like you got no caps. Now you can just have some fun, get some alls caught up on everything. Yeah, no, it's Teamwork to enjoy it. Get to have fun now. Okay. Wait, even Teamwork as a shadow priest in 1v1? What do you mean, dude? Oh my god. BM and my boy, dude. BM my homie. Don't do that. Teamwork is a friend of mine, a good friend of mine, in fact. Yeah, we need one of Mazda boys. If you guys got a friend or something, because I scoured my entire BNet list, besides like harassing the dudes that are more PvE Andes, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just not gonna harass him, you know what I mean? I'm just not doing it. And I have to fight him. Teamwork makes me feel tough away when I have to fight him. Even him as a Shadow Priest? Come on. The Kim or K-Mage maybe, but like him on a Shadow Priest? I mean, come on. He is really good though. Teamwork is really good though. Like an insane player in general. Like there's some dudes that stand out on EU and there's some dudes that stand out on NA, and Teamwork is definitely among them. Definitely hands down the best Arcane Mage I've seen. There's only one that was kind of close, and I think it was Volts. I think it was. I don't know if he still plays now, but Volts was also pretty insane too. But Seavark and Volts play very differently, and I feel like Seavark was just a monster. You know what I mean? On NA, on the EU, there was one Arcane Mage that was insane. I think it was Chaz. Way back in the day, he was kind of nutty too. Played very similar to Seavark. A lot of mobility, lots of cooldown management, but just like absolute blaster. But I think that's really about it, right? Obliv too, he's another great mage, but he's like more all-rounder mage. He has some really nutty one-shots. But he doesn't like really play arcane only. He plays like all the specs. He just messes around with all of them. And there are some players out there that are like really good at a class, and there's some players out there really good at a spec. Now, I'm sure Seavark is really good at the other mage specs as well. But like Kragar, for example, is a perfect, Kragar and Telrion example. Both are warriors. Kragar, greater fury, greater arms, probably even slaps his prod sometimes. Telrion is insane on arms. His fury isn't bad either, but he's insane on the arms warrior. Definitely plays it to the T. Him and Kragar dueling each other. As arms, Telrion wins. Kragar fury, Telrion arms, no dampening. It's a really close match. Incredibly close match. But if it's both of them are arms, Tel wins that every time. Every single time. You can actually kill him as a boom kid? Yo, Boomy, really? Boomy's hard, man. Boomy's rough. Brigades, which one is better? Heavy Demon Hunter or BM Hunter? I guess it depends. I think if you're running with like a caster heavy team, Heavy Demon Hunter can be good. Heavy Demon Hunter is also, I think Heavy Demon Hunter has a lot of utility for the team. The AoE stun, the AoE fear, the great set of defenses, good survivability, darkness is huge too. Like, it's just a fantastic setup. BM Hunter has that range, has the leech, so you also get decent survivability. There's Bloodlust as well. I think Heavy Demon Hunter is a little bit stronger just because range meta is very much a Fire Mage Shadow Priest Evoker meta, and I don't think it's going to change so much. But like, you could always swap in like a Demon Hunter into that meta, right, for one of the classes, and you still benefit highly from that magic buff. BM Hunter can do okay, they just don't scale super heavily with Evoker either. I'd say Heavy Demon Hunter is just a little bit more stronger for dungeons in particular, but I could be wrong. Sebastian's step bro, he's like, duel me? Hold on, what level are you? 61? Okay, I guess I'll duel a Feral Druid. I'm gonna die in the opener, but I'm gonna let him open. Oh, hi. He wasn't able to get himself a proper go. Oh, okay. Well, I just stun ya. I have to go meta first. Hunt? I literally have to click that ability. Oh, I'm dead. Wait, what health difference was there? Oh yeah, I'm like, I have a third of its health. Yeah, that would probably do it. That would do it. It's like, duel me, and I have a third of his health still wearing BFA gear. Wait, I was gonna say for a second, what was that? I thought it looked like, oh, it was a one power. Okay, there it is. Couldn't let you cast the hunt, my guy. Haha. Dude, this guy is like, yo, I did so good. Like, it was a real duel. My goodness. He died quick. That hurts. This guy is like, he saw me as a real threat in a real competition. I'm just like, dude, I have a third of your health. I don't know, but whatever you say, my guy. What is that? What is that? Like, look at my character, bro. It's like, yeah, even match, third of his health. Yeah, so close. What are you trying to do? What do you think? I'm just gonna bend over? Just fall over? Okay then. I mean, I can't hit him. I literally can't do any damage to this guy. Wish I had Blade Dance or something. I don't think I do. This is unfortunate. Trying to go for Hunt, maybe? Yeah, dead. I tried to see if I could hit him, man. I tried to see if I could hit him. Unfortunate. Yeah, I was thinking myself, things down. No problem, my guy. EU and NA are just different talents depending on what people are feeling. Yeah. The talent can be bad or better compared to the other, but still perform well on the end the player have this time. Yeah, it really just depends how the player ends up using it, honestly. You know what I mean? That's what it really comes down to. It all depends how the player's doing it. Do you need more doubt? Yeah. Yeah, uno más. Are you trying to duel step bro guy? No duel, my boy, he's level 70. Pearl afraid. I'm trying to see if I can bait him, man. Roger is kind of scared to duel. I'm just gonna mess with this guy. Haha, Feral for the shaman. I want to see if I can get him goaded to Duelia. This guy likes beating up on dudes that have a third of his health and he thinks he's really, really good. I want to see what he does. I feel like he's the kind of guy that would have his ego shattered if he were to actually try to do a level 17 and die, because that's what would happen, right? I mean, there's no way for you to win or anything. I feel like this guy would actually be crushed IRL. I don't understand the mentality, but I feel like that's kind of mentality is also what seeps into like solo queue, that kind of attitude, and it's just like end up being toxic to other people. It's just not healthy. Still trying to goad him, dude. Still trying to goad him. I want to see if he does it. We need one of us. Wait, Spartan's not grand. Okay. Anybody else want to join us, by the way? We need one of us. I'll be good to go. I'm on step, bro. His name is so unfortunate, too. Actually unfortunate. Does Direwolf by chance want to join in? Maybe? We can get him to join in, yeah. Playing Giga Time Skip Town for Burst when it's insane as Og. Yeah, it's really, really good, man. Step, bro. Help me, I'm stuck. Fez? Oh, you better live. Oh, you better live. Oh, you better live. Wait, Demon Hunter? Oh, he's dead. Wait, hold on. No, he does dead. He actually killed him. Lol. Wait, you just literally come down just to kill that guy? Wait, hold on. Can you live it? Hold on. Stun. Oh, I need something. Oh, close. Honestly, so close. You almost had Sebastian guy down, too. Wait, hold on. Oh, you did get him. Oh, that's huge. Oh, that's massive. That was worth it, honestly. Honestly, worth it. Where's Sepsis? Oh, yeah. Sepsis was around for... So Sepsis was around for BFA... No, Dragonflight Beta and Alpha. Dragonflight Beta and Alpha. I don't know if he's around anymore. Hey, Direwolf. Want to join some... close friend? I'm good, thanks. Okay. Who else can I invite, man? We just need Ormas. And it'll be good to go. Did I ask non-given? I think I did ask non-given already, yeah? Soul? The Soul by chance to join in? A Soul Flight? No, he's done a House of Fusion. Never mind. Probably trying to get a trinket. Okay. So boys, we need Uno Mas. We'll give it maybe, let's give it like 5 more minutes, see if we can get us this one more. Otherwise, we'll probably call it there, yeah? I think we'll just probably call it there. I think we had us quite a few games though, either way. Invite Seb. But, wait, yeah? Duels, yeah? Hold on, if we can get Seb, that would work actually. Seb have gear? Oh, Seb's got gear. Okay, we'll invite Seb. I'm fine with Seb. Seb will be the homie. Maybe we could have Seb go first or something, yeah? If it works. I did invite, right? Yeah, we're good. Alright, we're ready. Okay, ready. Are you guys ready? Just double check it with Kevin real quickly. Dale trash? I'm trash. Yeah, this guy, I think he just kind of got a bit of an ego, doesn't he? Beats up some dudes with 1/3 of his health. All of us are trash. Only Step Bro is good. Him and his ego beating up on dudes 1/3 of his health. My hero. My hero. That's Sebastian. What's up, Alex? How we have a go, my guy? You Sebastian? There you go, my guy. The same level? It doesn't make a difference. I literally said health, but whatever. Alrighty. Ready? Coca-Cola. Like what? Get better gear next time? Yeah. Let me do that real quickly. Alright, we got a group, boys. We got a group. Invite, spectator, match. We got Kevin, Landers, and Conan. 5. What arena do we do, chat? Hook point? We haven't done hook point. I didn't work. Crap, I can't. Okay, I gotta retype it again. Match. Conan, Kevin, Landers, 5. Hook. Okay, that worked out. That worked out this time around. This Subroga is kind of weird, huh? Kind of weird, Alrighty, boys. Hopefully that works. Maybe. Do a requeue? No, we're good. Alrighty, boys. Probably last one for the night. I don't know how many more groups we'll have, but this might be last one for the evening. By the way, chat. Oh my god, is this the first time I'm drinking coffee for the day? Now I feel like I'm full of energy. What the hell have we been doing this entire night? What the hell? Wound Man? Hold on a second. You can't just have a rogue pop in with the name Wound Man as outlaw. Okay, you can't do that. No. I don't think it's a real Wound Man, but I do appreciate the name. My goodness, that is, if you've been a Combat Rogue gamer back in Pandaria, you should know the name Wound Man. I feel like that is the only person that even pushed up rating and actually did really well was Wound Man specifically. And I think he's been playing that combat for a good while too, huh? Whose alt is this dude? Who's named the alt Wound Man? I need to know. It almost should be illegal to say that name. That's actually such a good name too, Wound Man. I love it. Devastation Walker hit a Warcraft 1.3 mil with Breath of Beyond's kick W. Oh, dude! By the way, Rurikon is so weak compared to what we fought on PTR because he was so much harder on PTR. You don't have to buff him too. Well, they buffed him, but then they broke something with the shielding. Switch. We got ourselves Conan over on the team 1, ready to go with Kuriichi, LG, Sex, Borjo, and Sebastian potentially first, maybe last. We got ourselves Diabolicals in this team. Kevin Landers first up. You were with the Feds as well as Chicago's the Chamois and Wound Man again. That's such a good name. If you're a Combat Rogue main from like Pandaria or whatever, you should know the name Wound Man. It was absolutely a slapper on combat back in the day. I don't think Wound Man ever picked up Outlaw, but I also forgot when he stopped playing. I'm pretty sure he plays in Classic right now. Going to be LFG in the opener. Into a full stun. Kevin Wither almost lock him down with a war stump. Does end up trinketing the killer shot just to make sure he gets himself full war stump. Try to see if he gets the damage with LFG, but it's going to be that evasion. Kevin does he not play his abilities as a Holy Strike damage? Big DFA catching up to Kevin. Trying to see if he can back up out of the still done quite a bit of damage towards Rogue, even though Kevin is the one on the retreat. And seriously though, Kevin, aren't your abilities Holy Strike? Or do you not you're not talented into that one specifically? Could be wrong, honestly. Because if it is Holy Strike, then LFG sucks abilities. Like when it pops evasion, Holy Strike damage is mix of physical and holy. When evasion is popped, it becomes mostly holy. It doesn't get dodged. But I could be wrong on that one. Gonna be a full bop out of Kevin. Let's try to see if we can back up out of there. LFG try to see if he can back up out of there with the Shadow Blades ready to go back in. As soon as the Blessed Protection is gone, he's got himself a bit of a setup. As long as he's got to wait a little bit of time, gonna be a full blind onto Kevin. Does he get himself a proper setup though? 2 minutes into the duel, 10% dampen, a kid shot to open. And LFG try to see if he can make some kind of a play. Now, just eviscerates really back to back. I was gonna expect maybe like a big secret to take Gouge to follow. Kevin doesn't protect himself with a big old shield of vengeance. Trying to see if he can catch up back to the rogue before stun comes out. Does go for the DFA. Stun goes through either way though. LFG does have cheat death. Maybe it'll proc. Maybe it'll keep him alive. Trying to see if he can save. Oh my god, he actually did get himself cheat death. Absorb quite a bit of that damage too. It did keep him alive for a good bit though, but didn't have. Wait, no. Hold on a second. I'm looking at LFG. It looks like he only has one charge of Vanish. We're gonna be flagging rogues because he's not playing the cheesy Vanish? I don't know, dog. I don't know, man. Seems a little bit BM. All the people, it's a paladin, dude. Yeah, paladins, man. Paladins. We had paladins. What? Holy Saya versus Grifka not a couple of times. Almost every matchup the paladin was out, or every time Grifka was out, it's always a paladin that met him. And the amount of damage that a paladin could do to a rogue, the counters, if you use your immunities aggressively, it's actually kind of huge. Conan trying to see if he can fight through Kevin. Does go for a disarm for a second. Going to be tricking out of both of them. As Conan trying to see if he can maybe blast him out with big avatar. Going to be big hammer hand over his head. Is able to survive it. Might have to go for defenses here. As Kevin does end up shielding himself with a shield of vengeance. Maybe even a wall on top of it. Trying to see if he can just walk away from Conan. Does get hit with a shockwave right after. There goes the bubble. Conan trying to go for defenses, but he can't really heal off of a bubble right now. He's got limited what he can really do. Trying to go for a storm bubble, but he's able to break the bubble. Full burst, but it looks like Kevin is just gonna blast him out, chop him to bits, back to back, just beating him with that big old totem. With Morgel trying to see if he can get himself a good angle. Mad blasters onto Kevin. Lightning bolts, lava bursts. With Sky Fury, Earthshock to follow, trying to see if he can get himself an angle. As Kevin, the Paladins generally have a bit of a hard time with Elemental Shamans, especially when they get flung away from any kind of pillars. Kevin does going for a lay on hands. He's now left with no more immunities, no more big Paladin abilities. Lay on hands, bubble, bop, all of it is gone. Bop wouldn't even be able to do anything for you versus a Shaman anyway. Unless you got a Spell Warden version. Going to be a big hammer over Morgel's head, but he's going to have to, I guess, get back in there. Thought maybe backing out, but it's going to be Kevin playing more defensive, actually. Put the hammer over his head, and he's the one on retreat. Shield of Vengeance is going to be a big lava burst set up for Morgel with a Primordial. Kevin trying to see if he can maybe crack through the Shaman's defenses a little bit here. Wall, as well as a big kill for Morgel is available. Just needs a bit more damage. Get Kevin out in the open. As long as you keep him away from any kind of pillars, you might actually be okay. Earthshock, Frostshock needs to be the combo. He needs to be rotating into a Hex, trying to see if he can get a setup onto Kevin. Maybe just to lock him down to CC just to make sure that Kevin isn't able to heal while behind the pillar. Needs to get back in there as soon as possible. But at this point, Kevin should have wings coming back up. Hopefully sometime soonish, maybe. I wasn't really tracking when the wings were up or not. Sky Fury down. Honestly, for Kevin, it might be worth eliminating whenever it's available. Morgel trying to get himself a better angle. Ice Sphere to follow. If Kevin doesn't hide behind the pillar right now, this Ice Sphere or Frostshock combo could be real bad. There goes the wing, trying to see if he can maximize the damage. But does he have a defensive for this one? Shield Event is not going back up for a while. Maybe he can use Warlock House to live potentially. Trying to see if he can blast out Morgel, but the lava burst to end up taking him down. Just lava burst right through the man's chest, taking him out of the game. Who's up next though? Is it going to be Chicago? One of the Shamans? Maybe Diabolicus potentially? Or Woundman? I would love to know whose alt that is who named the character Woundman though. Holy cow. Yeah, Elemental Shamans, man, they are nutty, honestly. Flagging players while playing a rogue counter. Are Paladins a rogue counter? I guess in a 1v1 setting, yeah, but I don't really know a lot of things that really hard counter rogue. You know what I mean? Just because we've seen a lot of rogues just absolutely obliterate Paladins in the duel scene at the very least. Gonna be burrowed down for Morgel as Diabolicos trying to see if he can set up a full Infernal, I was gonna say Immolation Elemental. Can's supposed to follow. Big Reflect. It's gonna go for a juke. Doesn't get to get himself a proper interrupt with Diabolicos, but elect the last to follow. Morgel does get him with the CC on Soulfire. Is gonna be out next. Not that much damage with the Soulfire. Looks like he was able to dampen a lot of it. That or it just didn't hit that hard. Portal is going to add extra damage towards Morgel. Trying to see if he can escape this whole hellfire of the Infernal as well as the portals. Trying to avoid as much as he can, but Diabolicus is only a matter of time until he finds his way over to Morgel. That portal is still blasting him out. Bonza fell with a succubus. Can't really do much about it. Have to take a few hits from Dia. It's going to be big old cans, but not going to feel great whatsoever. There's Morgel. Just going for defense as well as over the wall. Trying to go for an interrupt onto Dia. Gives an opportunity to go for incinerates back to back. Grinding Totem does end up saving Morgel there for a second though. And that's going to be Dia activating yet another defensive with the Dark Pack going up. Morgel is in a bit of a hard spot. Anytime he gets a break away from Dia, it is a succubus right after it. That is just a few barrage of just Casebones back to back. But finally, Morgel, the Shaman, gets up a chance to at least recover a little bit of health. As Dia trying to see if he can find himself a better angle. Gonna be a leap into a Mortal Call midway through, opening up even more portals. Morgel looks like he's looking to push in. Grounding Totem actually getting quite a bit of value versus the portal there for a bit. Soulfire around the corner doesn't quite connect, trying to get himself a bit of a healing surge. But it looks like Dia is just gonna have to wait until the succubus is able to go for a next go. As long as you keep track of where the succubus is at. Can you even hex it? I was gonna say maybe hex a succubus and then push up on Dia all by yourself. While Mortal Call is not available, Succubus is most likely going to try to see if he can capture you halfway through. Grounding Totem for a second, maybe try to use that in order to counter Succubus. Reflect up onto the Diabolicus with the Soulfire to follow. Maybe more CC. Shadow Fury right after. Does he have himself an angle versus Morgel? This is going to be Bonza full breaking it. But at least he's able to catch up a little bit of health afterwards. Immortal looking for a bit of reset. Mortal Call right after. Gonna be a couple more conflagration scans about to follow. 1 second right after. Big damage, just nothing he could do. I think it was maybe a grotting totem at the end too. With Kuroichi charging out Diabolical's getting his full army up and running. Got himself the army of the undead. Needs to get an apocalypse rolling in as well. Maybe even some bozos in there too. Got himself a big grip as Diabolical's does use the gate. So this is an opportunity for Kuroichi to maybe make a big play. Blind on Diabolicus, buffing up the pet. And honestly, might just want to walk away from Diabolicus and just let the pets do a lot of the work. Mortal Call sending him out. Oh, no Mortal Call. Second CC rather. And for Diabolicus, he just gotta wait on all these pets. Looks like a lot of his army of the undead actually swapping over to the succubus instead of attacking Diabolicus. This means Kuroichi definitely needs to have better control although he's on death. It's gonna be his main goal. I think sacrifice for a little bit of health. Mortal Call to follow, but Dia just needs one more global and does end up taking down this army of the undeads. With Sebastian gonna be up next. Try to see if he can get himself a big go. Blur up immediately, does trinket out of the second CC. Big hunt with a fear onto Dia. Maybe big damage to follow. Does end up sacrificing the big demon. Infernal coming down, but it's not going to be able to do much for Zio. With Woundman as the Outlaw Rogue up next. Killing spree of the bat as Sebastian flying up into midair. Smoke bomb is down, so at least he's able to stay down below. It's able to maybe get a couple pistol shots up above. Blind? That was weird. Sap? I was almost thinking he was going to take fall damage or something. That was... I never thought of blinding somebody while they're like floating down below. That is interesting. Cheap shot into a couple ambushes. Sebastian, not a lot of health variable. Woundman just needs a couple of good hits. And I think it's just over. Yeah. Just like that. There it is. Who got the most kills there? Dia with 2. I know the Morgel got a couple of them over for the team too, but not... Like 2 maybe? I'm not even sure. I wasn't really tracking super well. But there it is. Alright boys, are we doing more or are we done ski? Was that the last one or do we got one more in us? 3's a full, I'll fall to Kevin any day in a 1v1. 3's a full Kevin any day. That's what I was gonna say, like is it just like a hard counter in all situations or just 1v1s? Because we did have, what is it, Holy Saya versus Grifka, and Grifka is a really good rogue. You wouldn't call him a bad rogue. Unless you're just like someone who is salty just because rogues exist, and yeah, I guess you could. But like, I wouldn't count him as a bad rogue. Like, he plays pretty well. He plays up to par. He will wait for cooldowns, which is something I don't enjoy, but he doesn't play to lose. And Holy Saya found a way to counter him as long as you use immunities aggressively and you stun the rogue and you punish him to force cooldowns out of him, because eventually the rogue will not have a lot. Code into online, that's all good. I'm down for one more. I mean, if you got bodies, I'll be down for it. Kona would need 2 to join in. So if WAP, I guess you're swapping over, right? Maybe we'll be able to get in. And then if we need a +1, we could maybe get something going. Kevin still got 5, so we're good there. But we need to just like take a couple more bodies then. Just a few more. I should have woke up early. It's all good, Conan. I'll give my guy invite. So I can help host the groups and all that. Gorilla Gang? That's a good name, honestly. Sub-Rogue? All of them are subtlety, man. Alright, pass me lead. We could swap out Cure LFG for Trilinda. Who's this? Who's Trilinda? The priest? Level 65? What am I gonna do against the priest? I guess, sure. You want me to hit you, I guess? There it is, slapping you around. Hold on, let me queue us up real quick. Alright, I need to figure out, I don't have keybinds on this thing at all. So I need to at some point to... Wait, I've been pressing a... I'm pressing a button here. Shift 3? So this is Shift 3. Are we gonna get a... Oh no, is that Kiro as our arcane mage? Alright, you know what, we'll bring an arcane mage back in. It was weird that we were gonna ban one anyway. Or is this LFG sucks on the mage? What does this do? Wait, where are these buttons at? Oh, there's like a whole bar that's hidden. No wonder. Yeah, apparently I have like a bunch of my abilities tied to stuff, but they're all in a hidden bar. I didn't realize it. I was thinking for a second, like, how am I chaos striking? You're good. So good. Level 60. What is this supposed to mean? Why am I getting bullied by this priest who just like decided to randomly duel me and now trash talking me? What is happening? Wait, there's survive 100 buffs? No one told me? Are there survive 100 buffs? I'm not sure. Hold on. Is there survive 100 buffs for tomorrow or Tuesday? We do it on a mouse, by the way. Wop, are you joining my guy or nah? What are the buffs? Fast tuning, Guardian Druid nerfs, Evoker nerfs. Survival, Mogus by damage increased by 5, Raptor Strike increased by 5, Flank Strike increased by 10, and Kill Command increased by 10. It's a single target buffs, but they're not bad. Trick Shot is buffed by for MM, Barb Shot, Cobra Shot, Kill Shot for BM, so that's pretty good. Moonwalker buffs I think are very significant. 10% damage buffs for like single target abilities. Kinda huge, honestly. Kinda huge. I am surprised there's no like rogue changes at all. Huh. Execute damage for Fury Warriors does 25% more damage instead of 10, so it's like a 50% buff for PvP. Onslaught buff by 15, Ravager by 30. Okay, interesting. Because Ravager is like a lot of what's it called? Ravager is a lot of good damage. Oh, PvE wise, but it's really good for resources. But what if they made it like as strong as a Blade Storm? Because right now, like, it's definitely not as good as a Blade Storm. That's like the biggest difference right now. Raptor Strike and Flank Strike buffs are way bigger than you think. It allows no Mongoose Bite build to be used in Tyrannical Weeks. They've been actually DPS increase. I mean, I think a Mongoose Bite build is still stronger, isn't it? Or am I wrong on that? I was pretty sure like a Mongoose Bite build is still a lot stronger. But I could be wrong. I'm a caster meta. Oh, you are caster meta. Okay, I didn't realize it. Okay, so we need one more. Yeah, we need Unomaz boys. If you guys want to join in, the groups are listed in LFG Raids Legacy. It doesn't get stop charming me over and over. Raids Legacy 5V5 1v1 Duels. If you just type in 5 in the search, you'll be good to go. It's trying to steal mind control me. To jail with you. No, an 8% damage to the bombs, 25% damage to Crafter. Wait, what? 8% damage increase to bombs. I could double check. I didn't see a bomb damage increase there. Yeah, so this is the full set of changes for Survival Hunters. It's a Mongoose Bite damage above by 5%, Raptor Strike by 5%. Mongoose Bite is still a lot better for single target though. Like they're buffing both of them, not just one. So yeah, Raptor Strike will be better in Tyrannical Weeks, but like Mongoose Bite is still better just because it exists. And they're buffed by the same amount. Flank Strike is buffed, which is kind of nice. That's single target. Kill Command also single target. I don't think I'll make like Kill Command builds a thing or anything. But yeah, I don't see a bomb damage buff or anything like that. Although it still could be wrong. Wait, still over here? Why am I getting bullied? You want more women went to SS? Solo shuffle? I mean we could call it there, yeah. Probably call it there then, yeah. I'm gonna get a bully by this piece, by the way. We could 4v4 for the last one. Oh, we could. We could call it because it's like 7:24. And it could be a nice time for me to go grab a snack. Grab some dinner, maybe. It's about that time or so. Plus, I'd be able to get started with work pretty early on. Kind of nice. 4v5. It would be more 4v4 at this point because we only have 4 on our team. I'm getting bullied by Priest. Oh no! I'll keep him alive, please. No, that's my homie. I'm a homie. This guy keeps on seeing me. He's trying to win this duel, but I guess putting me out. What's happening? He's trying to run me out so that I lose. What are you doing? That's a DR. Hope you realize there's a DR. I wonder if I could somehow force a priest out of the out to lose. I guess as long as I don't give up on the duel, yeah. Eventually I do win. Or no, I guess Pain and Holy Fire would kill me, right? Yeah, Pain and Holy Fire would kill me. Yeah, I think I might just call it. Bye. Okay, bye, I guess. There it is, man. There it is. Champ 1. We need another for the group 2. Took on. Yeah, it's all good, boys. We'll call it there. Yeah, let's do this. Hey, we'll call it for the night, Kevin. Big TY for coming by, friend. 45? Nah, we'll just call it here, man. It's a perfect opportunity for me to go get some food. We will call it for the night, boys. Be back tomorrow. Not tomorrow, next week. For more duels. Yeah, we'll just call it here. Because I'm at a point where I'm just kind of like, I'm hungry. I finally got myself a sip of coffee and I just want to get some work done. You know what I mean? As much as I wanted to have a stream on Sunday, I don't think I can, dude. I definitely got to take a day off. Hope you have a next time. Have a good one. Yo, you guys are more than welcome to join next week. 5 p.m. East Coast. We started these duels on NA. We do it on Friday for EU, Saturday for NA. Get your homies, get your friends. Anybody and everybody's welcome. Literally anybody and everybody's welcome. Also get some gear throughout the week, so maybe you guys can bring in some alts if you want them. Or just bring your mains, whatever you want to play. But boys, thanks so much for coming by. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Awesome. I don't know if you noticed, but I updated the mix a little bit. We had a slightly more songs in there. Different songs that I usually have, and took out some of the ones that I was kind of just feeling like are just weird for background material. But thank you all so much for coming by. You guys are wonderful, beautiful. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you boys enjoyed. We had a fantastic set of duels. Like I said, tomorrow just a day off. Monday we're coming back, getting whatever alts finished out, rating ourselves for them Tuesday buffs. Super excited for those. Thank you all so much. Yo, Conan, don't worry about my guy overslept siesta. All good, all good. Next week, my guy, no worries at all, my man. No worries. Always happy to have you here, boys. Alrighty. You guys have a wonderful evening. Yo, Warcraft, maybe me and you can get some keys done. Maybe we can help you get a couple of them done on an alt or two. Yeah. But yo, thank you so much for coming by. I appreciate you. You're wonderful, beautiful. Thanks so much for watching. Ну пока, брат. Большое спасибо, Танос. Надеюсь, понравился стрим. May Crom bless you all. May Crom bless us. Wait, hold on. What's a god entity in like Conan? It used to be like there's gods in Conan, isn't there? Crap. I'm trying to remember them because I played Conan the game. I'm trying to give you guys like a blessing of one of the gods in Conan. I forget them though. Derketo? Is that one? Derketo Yogg? Yogg. May Yogg bless you, boys. Yo, you guys have a wonderful one. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you all. More people in you, sadly? It's been on and off, more Joel. It's been on and off. I think last couple, before 10.1.5, there was a lot more NA games than EU games. It's just been kind of a bit of a switcheroo since then. I guess EU are back up already or whatnot. But yeah, Mithra Seth, yeah, Crom is Conan's god. Oh, Crom. Wait, Crom bless. Okay, that makes sense actually. Wait, Crom. Yeah, Yogg, yeah, I remember some of them, man. I remember some of them because I played the game. What is it? What is it? Conan. What do you call it? It's like a basic Conan survival game, but you can play with friends. And there's base building and there's combat, and it's kind of janky, but it's also really, really good at the same time. It's really fun to do PvP in that game. Really, really fun. Like attacking some of these more complicated, intricate bases, finding a way in. That's very, very enjoyable. We had a lot of fun on that one too. But yo, you guys have a wonderful. I'll see you next. I was about to say next week. No, I'll see you in a couple of days, boys. Alrighty. Bye bye. Peace.